Hello everyone, welcome back into another episode of Last Protagonist Plays Diablo Immortal, or not Immortal, wow, Diablo 2 live on stream. I don't even know how that would be considered a Freudian slip. I don't even have any inclination to play that game. Anyway, welcome in everybody. We have Mendacious Cat, Corn, and Robbie here, nice and early. Thanks Corn for the great job on the video, I appreciate that. As a bit of a recap of yesterday's stream, we started Act 2 in earnest, and we were given the task to find a cube and then put a staff back together. I found the handle to the staff, and now I need to get the headpiece, and so there's at least one or two other places, or four other places that I still need to explore in the desert, so we'll be continuing things from there. We also defeated Radamant, not Radagon, and cleared out the sewers, so yeah. That's pretty much it. Hey, Without Horns, nice to see you again. So, let me double check. Okay, did my inventory management. I did not really think to check any more Heraldric cube recipes. But I'll cross that bridge when we get to it. Need to turn up my volume, it's quiet. Right, I think I gossiped to everybody, but I don't entirely remember, so I'm gonna start talking to some more NPCs again.
Good day. There used to be a lot of brothels here. I guess the trouble scared all the women away. Or maybe they're safe in Jaren's palace.
Alright. Yeah, there's more I want to talk about in that video, but I don't want to have the subject drag too long and more wild speculation. So I think I'm going to need to put a post on it and sticky it, because I forget you could do that, or comment on it rather.
It is an honor to serve.
Talking about things like bond stones and Radagon's bonds of marriage to Renala.
I've no love for brothel.
Okay. Let's see what else. Not going for a 5-hour video? Not when I'm trying to get it done within the span of a week.
I've sold many seasickness potions to Mashif over the years. It seems that many of his passengers don't take well to the rocking of his ship on the open seas.
Yo, it's kind of wild how seasickness can hit you. Because I've been seasick before, and it just kind of struck me out of the blue. Like, I felt perfectly fine, but then all of a sudden, the next moment, I was puking. I managed to hold it long enough to get to a trash can at least, but like, I didn't feel bad. It just didn't keep stuff down.
I can't do that here.
Whoops. Whoops.
That Lysander's a grumpy old cuss. You'd better not disturb him while he's working on his potions, or boom, you could get blasted to the moon.
But I was only seasick for like half a day, and then I was fine.
Who goes there? We're keeping the town safe and tight, but I've got a hunch there's something Jaren's not telling us.
But some people, it affects them way worse. Is there any connection between the connecting threads I talked about with the ceremonial ropes wrapped around the Divine Gate and Inir Limb? So, they could be Shimanala. I don't entirely know if the Inir Limb ropes are, but Shimanala represent boundaries between spiritual realms and not, and the little Shide streamers on them are supposed to ward away evil spirits.
I can't do that here.
But it's really hard to say what the devs are thinking that kind of thing should represent.
Approach and let's trade.
Because those aren't like traditional Shimanala unless America did something to like rip them down.
Mashif and his vessel should remain here, lest we risk taking demonic stuff.
Oh yeah, and I don't remember if I just explained it well enough, but like the Shimanala are the types of ropes that you'll see on, not like Shinto shrines. I mean, you'll see them there as well, but on objects of importance. So I think I'm going to the dry hills and then going down the steps. I need to summon my dudes again. How is it doing this? Square to attack?
I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet. I can't use this yet.
I need to get one more mage. Torii gates themselves don't typically have Shimenawa on them, but yes. We can't use that yet. I needed more corpses. Okay, why didn't you just open? Oh, it's locked. These spear cats. Oh, it defaulted into this. The modern view. I forgot. It's always a bit of a shock with the initial transition. Corn, did you ever play any of the Diablos? I'm gonna make the ultimate Elden Philosopher's Stone ring. I need way more corpses, true. Hey, Neon Croft, welcome into the stream. You've seen people using Corpse Explosion when complaining they don't have corpses to summon anything. The funny thing was, at that moment, I was considering using Corpse Explosion, and then I was like, wait, why would I do that? I need these corpses. Because we just had a bunch of dudes grouped up together right then. I probably don't use it enough, to be honest. But I think part of the reason why I don't use it is because I don't have a corpse generation method to have them group up super well on enemies. So it's just a little bit awkward, and because of that tiny amount of awkwardness, I use other stuff and condition myself to forget about Corpse Explosion. Like yesterday, I accidentally took Corpse Explosion off my bar, and then I was like, wait, what was even in this spot? And then spent a silly amount of time trying to remember what my skill bars were even like before I screwed things up. Ooh, a rune. I don't need that potion. Might I pick that up? I mean, I might, but don't use potions super often. Robbie, you've got great news. Is it about Silksong? Allegedly being in Gamescom tomorrow? You managed to transfer your save data from your games, especially the Soulsvanias on your Switch 1 to your Switch 2? Hey man, congrats. It would definitely suck to have to redo all that progress. Corpse Explosion could be used if you don't use any summoning. Oh, really? Oh, you mean just like in general? I was like, no, you need a corpse to generate things. I honestly haven't had to resummon very often. Kind of surprisingly so. Corny did not play any of these. Yeah, I didn't play any of the Diablos. Oh, raring. So it's been a bit of an experience going through this one. I feel like the Leo pointing meme where I see things that are in other games now. I walked into the spark. Oh, that was a rare thing. I guess I should have used my curse. Dead scavenger? Those are cool. Wait, can I hit that? Oh, it has to land first. Hey, Luke, nice to see you again. Neon, you got this just to get the platinum? It came with Diablo 3 as a bundle. I just got this over the weekend, and I got it on a sale. So you must be a big fan to get a platinum. Or is it not very difficult to get the plat in this game? Like, I would almost assume getting the plat would require doing things with every class. But I don't know. That would just be guesswork. Luke, your wife lived on a houseboat with an ex for a year before. She would get episodes out of nowhere sometimes. Oh, wow, really? Those are some big bugs. Well, maybe if the devs did a better job coding, they wouldn't have been bugs. I guess one thing that I might not have commented on about this game specifically is that it is pretty damn smooth. Which I guess 2001 really isn't that early on. I think it's just like the pixel graphics throwing me off. Wait, did D2 originally drop in 2001? Because to me, that's a little bit surprising that they didn't go with true 3D graphics. But it might have just been on the cusp of development where that might have just been too much of a dev cost to be able for them to justify. Although it was Blizzard in its heyday, so I don't know. I guess D2, well, they had Warcraft bringing them up a lot. Neon, that's why you'll be playing hardcore first? Just to get rid of the hardest trophy? Ah, that makes sense, I guess. I'm sure I'll jinx it now since I'm going to point it out, but I haven't died yet, and I'm a little bit surprised by that. Not, you know, disappointed. But that could also just be from playing Necro, which tends to be a bit of a, I don't want to say tankier archetype, but we could probably say a safer one, depending if you build tanky. Which, that is what I wanted to spend my next points in, actually, a little bit more health. Because losing half my health when I was face checking those scarabs earlier, or on yesterday's stream, I should say, was a bit of a wake-up call. Hey, Platinum Chip and Stella, welcome back in, you guys. Summon Necro's the likely safest build to start with. Yeah, I feel like it'd be pretty rough for some of the melees. Okay, so now I feel like I'm going the right way. Got urns kicking them around like Link style. Ooh, a scythe. Don't remember if this is a class item or not. Yeah, okay. Mendacious, you were messing around with the dual dagger build in Elden Ring? Surprisingly fun. Oh yeah, dual daggers are pretty crazy. Especially if you're able to inflict status effects with them. I don't remember if it's a scavenger one, but it looks like the scavenger curved blade. The ones that the demi-humans have are surprisingly good because they can bleed pretty easily. And of course, if you play Night Rain and you're the Duchess and get dual daggers with her, it's pretty great. Robbie, right now you're still playing Breath of the Wild? You played it yesterday for 9 hours? Those are rookie numbers. Gotta pump those up. No, 9's definitely a respectable amount. Sag. What? He just, like, landed to his death. Almost felt guilty. I was a bystander. How many of these do I even have? 16. Okay. Hey, Blaze, how's it going, bro? What a beautiful game. Yeah, somebody, I think it was Luke the other night, or yesterday night actually, had pointed out that I could have switched to the default graphics from back in the day with just a flip of a button, and I didn't know that. Otherwise, I would have started out that way. I actually surprisingly like the pixel graphics a bit more than the remastered stuff. So my first couple nights playing, I was doing it all on the updated graphics, which didn't look bad by any means, but it's just not the same experience, you know? And how you doing tonight? I saw you finally ended your stream while I was preparing for my own and dealing with the dogs. And I did pet the dog once more additionally for you. So don't worry. What was this? Health. First playthrough, you gotta do the OG graphics. It's a face! That's neat. Yeah, this is me being the Leo pointing meme like, ah, Path of Exile 2 stole this too. Alright. Well. Can't move it. Oh, it's the wrong size, duh. Actually, let's check out this ring. Got too many identity scrolls. I should start dropping them. Whoops, I didn't really mean that. Path of Exile is just a cheap copy of Diablo 3? Oh man, he's coming in, shots fired. It's not fair to call it cheap. It's free, there's a difference. Luke, you like both? You'd be curious to see these graphics, but with a bit more frames animated for smoother movements? That's fair, yeah. Yeah, like I was saying a moment ago, movement does feel pretty damn fluid, despite it being all pixely, which is quite reassuring. But of course, oh well, may as well teleport back now. I do have a tiny bit of additional move speed. I'm sure it'll be even crazier once I get more. Deckard!
Good evening. I can't do that here.
Good evening.
Amazon only? I think my Merc is an Amazon, so I'm going to give this to her. Well, maybe I shouldn't, because she has poison. 3 to 10 versus 7 to 14. Yeah, I think I'll just sell it. So thawing potions are pretty worthless. Whoops. Choking gas. The quantity of 9. That's pretty damn good. Okay, so definitely want to pick those up when I see them. So maybe I should take off the Ring of Greed. But it gives me more gold. This song slaps. Have I found any dope items yet? Not too crazy, I don't think. Let me... This is okay, but I bought it from the shop. But let's see if... I thought I got something okay, but nothing too crazy. Oh, my boots. I got those imbued from the girl. It's not, like, super crazy, but I think for having this early on, it was quite nice. Getting the 10% movement plus the heal stamina 50% and fire resistance. And Magic Find, I feel like, is probably pretty damn good for this point in the game, but still a noob, don't know how the itemization works. Yeah, because I was about to imbue something else, and I was like, no, you got to go for boots. It was literally the first thing that I even seen with any movement speed on it. I was at the point where I was doubting that movement speed was a stat in the game. Guess I'm, well, yeah, whatever. Case if I ever find a gold farm. It's the problem about being a hoarder in a game like this.
Not in town.
Luke said this holds up pretty well though. For summer 2000 initial release, and it has very expansive depth. You like my gear, and this is the best part of playing blind. I'm not fixated on trying to follow a template and optimize everything. It makes it a lot funner initially. Yeah, that's why I've always enjoyed blind playthroughs, or just kind of being a bit of a hardcore casual, like not so much of a sweat where I min-max the fun out of things. But by the same token, don't necessarily compete with the top dudes, but I kind of just play for fun, mostly. And for me, like, a lot of fun comes from the act of discovery and figuring out builds for my own. Granted, I don't really feel like I'm at that point yet. I feel like I would want more skill points before I could really begin to diversify and understand the mechanics of how each thing is working. This is the only Oblo where you can't stack gems? Wait, what? But my Merc... She gets 30 poison over 3 seconds with this, so those stacked? Unless there's some other mechanic that I don't know about. I just punched it. Tomb Creeper? They kind of remind me... they got too many spikes. I was going to say, they almost remind me of the flying monkeys. Did I get blinded? From Wizard of Oz, somehow. Or is this area just dark? I don't see any status effect on my screen. Wait. Oh, quest log. Ask Drogden about the strange darkness. Ah, okay. So this is not a me thing. Yoink. Oh yeah, Blaze. Playing this game, it makes me appreciate how the characters change colors with becoming poisoned and stuff. Kind of makes me wish they had that in Path of Exile. Maybe it won't look as finessed, but who knows? Oh, stacking them in the inventory. That makes total sense. I don't know why I didn't consider it that way. Yeah, because now my stash tab is just full of gem garbage. And because they're all cracked, I'm assuming we're going to get better quality gems eventually anyway. But if I ever find some more socketed gear, it's nice to have the options to do something with it. The desert just turns to night abruptly at some point? Okay. Gotta fill out the walls. Make sure we're not missing anything. Can you give me one pro tip? It depends. If it's not really spoilery, then perhaps. But if it's like mechanical stuff that I'll hopefully discover eventually, I'd prefer not to. So that way I can kind of remain blind. Because you only get a first playthrough once, but I definitely appreciate you asking. Look at these dudes. Oh, these are the Goro dudes, but now they're blue. Okay. He looks so goofy like this. So skinny. Gumby. If you put 3 of the same type of gem and quality in the cube, you get the next tier of gem. Oh, okay, so that makes another Leo pointing me moment where I'm like, oh, okay. I see Path of Exile stole this from them then with the Recombinator, but worse. This game has lots of problems, which were mostly fixed in Diablo 3. Potions don't take space. Keep fixes like that. Strangling gas. Stairs. Just do the stuff they do in Path of Exile. Maybe that really is the big mega mind play after all, Stella. Treat the game like it's PoE. D3 had way better quality of life. That doesn't surprise me too much. Like, honestly, being as old as I am, like, this stuff doesn't really bother me that much at all. The only thing which is kind of annoying and is exacerbated because I'm on controller is just inventory management. But that is a problem that I am woefully familiar with. Heraldic? Okay. I was thinking it could have class skills on them and be worth a little bit more money. Also just kind of curious to see what it was. Hey Jay Dixon, how's it going? Thanks for the comments, by the way. How you doing tonight? The controller gaming is self-imposed grief. Hey man, I got it on super sale. So instead of paying $40, I paid less than $10. But I did do some research before to see if controller was going to be garbage. And the people who were like, hey, I'm a KBM player, actually playing on controller is really pretty alright, all things considered. And I'd also played Path of Exile 2 on controller when I was streaming that with my monk build. So it's not as though I haven't done it at all yet. And honestly, I'm still kind of impressed at how well I can focus on enemies despite using the controller. It was a lot better than I was expecting / fearing. I should probably identify that scale mill now and potentially give it to my merc. Wait, what is my armor? Probably not great, really. Being able to play a 25-year-old game with new hardware is awesome. Hell yeah. It is a bit tedious with a controller. You find D2 more rewarding for its lesser quality of life. Get me 40 hours to unlock the next class. Then we could call it a sense of accomplishment. I know I've mostly explored the outside, so I don't know / remember if I got close enough to the center to see if there's any points of interest here. Imagine there could be another, okay. Underground entrance type thing. But yeah, no, I've been enjoying this game. I really like the vibe of it. And Blaze will probably be really happy to hear this, but I think I actually just prefer the overall vibes of D2 more than Path of Exile. Because, I don't know, it gives me more like Conan vibes, whereas PoE just feels a little bit more bleak in a different way. I don't know how to describe it. Like, it just feels darker, but it doesn't feel as cozy. That's the word that I was probably struggling to find yesterday on stream when I was talking about watching Tales from the Crypt before bed. Like, D2 is just very cozy in kind of a surprising way, which I did not anticipate before coming into it. I would say both of them, to be honest. Both Path of Exile 1 and 2. Neon said it's bad to play casting characters on console, for example. Blizz's auto-cast on enemy position during the cast moment. During cast delay, the monsters get out of that spot quickly and then your spell misses the target. Yeah. Which is partially why I was mostly okay with going with a Necro anyway, because if I'm going to be on a controller, if the minions do the work, then it's whatever. So I am a little bit worried about what it'll be like if I get a ground-targeted AoE skill, but I haven't run into that issue yet. The towns in Diablo are peaceful too, despite the dialogue. Yeah, the world feels a little bit more lived in, like kind of somewhat believable for the trope of the dark fantasy setting, I guess. Whereas to me, Path of Exile just feels more like a set dressing. If that makes sense, I don't know. Which isn't to say that I dislike Path of Exile 2. I'm just pleasantly surprised at how I've been digging the vibes of D2 so far. I should have gone through the Waygates and talked to Drognin. I also need to summon another skeleton and my guy and my bone armor. I swear I've played a video game before, at least once. Oh, even the village is like this now. Okay.
Greetings.
Let's see them freak out now. Horadric Staff, Tainted Sun, Horadric Cube. Alright, he has a lot more dialogue. So I'll shut up for a bit. There's some places that are the same in Diablo 2 and 3, but here Caldeum looks like a tiny village, where in Diablo 3 you'll see how it actually looks. Okay.
The Staff of Kings. You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Horadric staff. I trust you know how to use a Horadric cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece. Drognin may have some advice on this matter. I think I'll speak with him myself. You have quite a treasure there in that Horadric cube.
Greetings. Oh, the sweetest desert flower. That's Atma. Even my strongest brew can't bring back her family, though.
Makes me wonder if Lysanderoth has a thing for Atma, or if he's just feeling empathy for her.
Claw vipers. This outer darkness mirrors the inner blackness of their souls. It is they who have eclipsed the sun, I'll wager. They are a venomous band. When Tal Rasha chose to embody the spirit of Baal, he knew his doom was to wrestle eternally against the will of the greater evil. Look around you and ask yourself, has the battle been won or lost?
I know maybe their dialogue changed for this option as well. I'll talk back to Deckard Cain again, see if that's different after all. Hi, little girl.
Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose.
I think that's the same.
How may I help you? Atma is a good, loving woman, but I fear she will succumb to her despair and hatred. This unnatural nightfall is no doubt caused by evil sorcery. Drognin might know what we are dealing with. Legend has it that Tal Rasha lies imprisoned within his tomb, forever struggling.
There's no trouble a mug can't cure. Yeglash may seem like a sot, but he's a brave man. All this trouble has driven him to drinking more than his usual.
Surprising. I was wondering if there was more to him after all, other than just being a bit of a put on. Jay, you dug the video earlier today. Appreciate that. Even though you haven't gotten a chance to play Night Rain, you've always loved the translation stuff. Thank you, man. Appreciate that, as well as all the comments on the video itself.
Drognan the wizard will have some idea as to what is happening. I've heard legends of the...
This dude cracks me up.
There are some ancient tombs out there in the desert. You have to go pretty far to find them, though. Rumor has it that they are crawling with walking corpses now. Shit. As if the saber cats and claw vipers weren't bad enough. This whole place is one big ale fog. I don't know why you people keep pestering me. Grays seems to have this place locked down tonight. Oh, I'd go with you to the...
Oh yeah, I think I have not been talking to the Portman.
Good to see you.
Luke, you always thought Tal Rasha was a woman? The person that was in the cutscene? Diablo, or damn it, Jay, you've been mistaken. You always thought the Diablo games are MMOs, really? Well, there is kind of some MMO components to them with like the seasonal ladders and stuff. So I can see why you would have that kind of confusion. And I think there was like a decent amount of group play as well. But it wasn't quite the same style of MMO as World of Warcraft by any means. So it's always weird trying to classify the type of multiplayer game that isn't necessarily massive. Because then what do you just call them? MOs? But we don't really use that as a term, even though it's probably a valid one. Hey, Liam9845, welcome on into the stream. Appreciate that. Love the stream, but you didn't stay long. You'd love to be a regular supporter? Mind adding you on Discord? Sure. Let me link in the Discord. Unfortunately, I don't really have a bot set up for the Twitch itself. But it is a bot. I was wondering if that was, because I wasn't going to add him directly. Trying to be tactful and be like, hey, you could join mine instead. See, that's the issue of not knowing Twitch. Get rid of him. Tal Rasha is physically only in Diablo Immortal? Interesting. Did I do gossip? I don't remember.
Lady Farah has a proud, noble air about her.
Specifics are hard to remember. Byhander, and I think as we start to go down now, we get shot at, or if we're not being shot at right now. Okay. I thought there was a way to fall there. Shows how well I actually remember that layout. Actually, let's try to be smart for once. Wait, I don't think I have any of the prism stones. That's all of my stones are in Dark Souls 3. I think it's a little bit further to the left. Alright, so now we should be back. Is the Elgato having an issue right now? Let's do this. There we go. Okay. Checking my stream health. And now we are back. Hopefully I didn't lose a lot of progress because that was a full-on console shutdown like that. Level 20. I don't think I leveled up yet, so we'll see. We'll figure it out. Okay. The world is still dark, so that's a good sign. Well, relatively speaking. Oof. Whom was I just talking to? The port guy.
Good day. This permanent darkness is very unsettling. It would make navigation by stars easier for me, though. I'm sorry, I can't help you much here.
Alright. Blaze, you said the new graphics look nice too. You always did forget how good of a job they did. Yeah, it definitely looks good. I don't think there's anything wrong with this at all, but why do that when I can do this? Actually, thanks for reminding me. I would have forgotten.
Good evening.
We'll talk to him last. Let's talk to these guys first. These guys first.
Yes, citizen. I'd stay clear of Lysander if I were you. He's always mixing his damn potions and chemicals. I wouldn't be surprised if he winds up blowing himself to smithereens. This midday darkness reeks of foul magic. My men and I are trying to keep the peace, but this kind of thing really scares people. If you're going into the deep...
Still going to mind map George Carlin onto that guy.
What you need? We've all fared well under Jaren's leadership. The town has remained safe throughout this whole mess. And yet the lad still seems very upset about something.
Yeah, the Sultan is definitely a demon.
2 men arrived late last night bearing a story about evil magic. They said they saw a gathering of giant snake creatures performing some arcane ritual. They sound like the serpent men of the desert.
Even more PoE inspiration points.
So,
Whoops.
You're going to search for the 7...
Yeah, he doesn't believe in them. Did I finish my inventory stuff? I did not. Her strength is high enough. 69, oh, hell yeah. And Thorns of 3. Definitely doing that.
I'll put that to good use.
Oh yeah, since we're here, I guess we may as well do some inventory management type stuff.
Hello.
Get all these things out of here. Should probably have space available. Hell yeah, okay. I wonder if it works in multiples or not. That's too many. Nope, okay. I dropped it. Me, I should learn how to play the game. Take a look at the mercs from Act 2. They have good auras for offense and defense. I thought about that, but bro, I can't leave my friend out on the street. Nah, I just didn't really want to keep updating her gear. That's kind of what it was. So now we get 3 to 5 cold damage. Plus more manners. Ooh. 4 to 7, 24 mana. Cold resist. That's pretty good cold resist so far. So we still have 3 of these. We'll have enough to get 3 of those. I wonder if the skulls... Oh, yeah, it looks like they can be, huh? cracked or chipped skulls. Okay, so I'll need another skull face to upgrade those. Do I have 3 of the same runes? Oh, yes. Let's look at the other ones. We have enough diamonds. What is this? I don't... Well... Oh yeah, I was keeping this because I didn't know if I'll be able to switch the stats of something else later on. Anyway. Let me... Oh. Couldn't reconnect to the chat. That might be why my YouTube looks dead. Give me a second here. Luke said the cube looks like it has a lot of utility, but there's a trend with 3s to an extent. Okay. There are tons of recipes for the cube. Enjoy discovering some. Thanks. Appreciate that, bro. Let's do this and this. Just consolidate things out of my stash. I think I just dropped that. This is the light radius one. Ooh, you can get one, an Eld rune. Wait, what was it before? An L? L becomes Eld? Oh wait, that's different. Is this randomized? Because it didn't really upgrade, so it might be 3 to 1, get a random one back. It isn't random, it advances up the ladder? Okay. I guess I just wouldn't have expected the upgrade progression working quite that way. So now we have 3 of these. So, for science... Come on. There you go. So Eld becomes... Tear. Ooh, 2 mana after each kill. Right now we have a tiny bit of space. I think that's good enough for now. Yeah, whatever. I don't care enough. Alright, here we go. The runes have a rank from lowest to highest. If you successfully cube the same runes together, they'll go to the next one that is higher up. Whether or not you prefer the affixes is subjective. That's fair. Go back to the Lost City. Wait, I didn't talk to Drognin. What's the problem? Forget.
I've been researching this lengthy eclipse, and I believe it to be the work of claw vipers. Find their temple beneath the desert sands, and you may find the source of this curse. I've heard of your friend Cain. He is the last of the Haradrim. You would do well to heed whatever advice he has to give you. Tal Rasha's tomb is hidden deep in the desert among 6 others. Tal Rasha's symbol marks the true tomb.
Right, forgot about that bit. But now we can warp back.
Not in town.
Sucks that probably all the enemies are going to come back because the game's shutting down. Wait, my map's not saved either. Oh well.
I can't use this yet.
It's a new instance of the zone. It's also been randomized. Okay, I didn't know the zones themselves got randomized. I thought the layouts stayed the same between entering and closing the game. So I was wrong. Valley of the Snakes. It sounds like the place I need to go. But we might have a tomb type thing to get in here. Wait. There's a little bit of purplish pink over here. Trapdoor. Ancient tunnels. Don't want to jinx it, but it looks like we have a little bit more of an open area compared to the not antlion cave. So maybe my minions won't body block each other. Got one of those Elrune backs. Elrune's back. Hey, Grove Street for Life. Nice to see you again. D4 was free with PSN last month, so you just started it? Message retracted. Damn, he did not want me to read that. The maggot layer is the worst layout in the game. Notoriously dog poop. Okay. It's pretty rough, but I mean, I made it through there. Only almost died a couple times. Face checking around some corners, because, I don't have a minion targeting skill that I know of. It did make me wish we had a Convocate skill in this game. Which PoE 2 also needs, for real. I think people get around that now by weapon swapping, which is kind of goofy, but I mean, if it works, it works. The hell? Got trapped. The maps online always change in a new instance of the game. Offline, they stay the same. You think it might have glitched or something from shutting down. Okay. There is a circumstance where your maps get reset offline, but that won't become relevant for a long time yet. Okay. So it's offline mode. I guess that makes sense. I can appreciate that, because then it can feel like you're making incremental progress through exploring zones. And then if you want more variety, you can go online. Oh, those dudes look quite different. Trying to get some more of the lightning skellies if I can. Ooh. Invaders. Damn, 120,000 gold on the dot. What did I just walk into? Soul Maul the Shade. Whew. The real question is, yeah, I think I do want to level up Bone Spear still. I feel like Skeleton Mastery is good, but I've been using this more, and I just want to one-shot things a bit more often. And then I'm going to get more health. is it time to gamble with all that cash? See, the thing is, I don't know what kind of gear is good yet, or when I'm going to get good gear or not. So it's kind of hard to know when to gamble, and more importantly, what to gamble for. But I did do a tiny bit of gambling for a belt yesterday on stream. I bought like a dozen, and they kind of all sucked. And when that happens, that makes me less inclined to do it. In the original D2 patches, there was a monster that could cast a skill that would one-shot kill your melee characters from off-screen in Act 4. That's brilliant. Everybody loves getting one-shot while being off-screened. The name of the area? Rite of Passage. They fixed it early on, but yeah. Cowards. Wait, did I fully explore this spot? Might have been distracted. Oh no, there's a zone up there. Okay. Hey, Global, welcome back in. The Draconic Tree Sentinel Night Rain comes to mind. I was being off-screened. Skill issue. You should have been looking at your feet. Actually, I don't even know. I don't think I've had that happen to me, so I'm just goofing. Kind of wish I could see the sale price on items as I pick them up. Oh yeah, I meant to double check that scale mail that I picked up. Seethe Killer. Oh man, this dude can kill the immortal dragon Seethe. The Scaleless. So we're a little bit safe for now. Need more strength. That's a lot of defense.
I'll put that to good use.
If I keep an eye on what things yield when you sell them, you'll probably pick up on some trends. Yeah, the class items seem to be worth a lot more than other items. So some of it really just does seem like a skill issue, which I'm not too upset about by any means. It's just what if? So I guess we are done here. And then, of course, I've been picking up some of the potions, mostly to sell them. Like, the fulminating ones are pretty good. The rejuvenating ones for now are good. And then, like, all of the choking gas type ones. What the hell is this? I just got it, didn't I? And then that one's okay. Yep. Should probably just leave this area and go to the next. But I see a chest there. Oh, those are my dudes. They were so blue it confused me. Wind Shank of the Shark. Am I hitting through that or not? I can't even tell. They did it. I noted it early on. You like the whole world's rendered, not counting the underground, no load scenes. Oh yeah, that was something that I really enjoyed about this, because it makes it feel a bit more like a world. That is one thing that I never really liked about certain MMOs, like Path of Exile being instance-based, or what was that one Korean Nexon thing that I played a long, long time ago? I think it had dragon in the title. Can't remember. Because worlds just feel more vibrant and lived in when there aren't load screens. Which is, of course, easier to say than actually do. Claw Viper Temple.
This place is as dark as a tomb.
Oh, my character's the brightest bulb in the box. Did I pick that up or no? I don't think I did. It's a guardian. What am I getting body blocked on? Is that a chest that I opened and is in the way? That was funnier in your head without horns. Don't sweat it. Definitely understand what that's like. Okay, we got the salamanders. Let's look at them. Oh, those look pretty good. Yeah, I do think they did a pretty good job with the models and stuff. I think one reason why I like the sprite graphics a bit more is because like the aspect ratio of the game just feels like it makes more sense like this with the lighting. Although it is a little bit funny to be playing a full screen game on a widescreen monitor like this. What is this? A well? And I've got a well and a mana shrine right next to each other. That doesn't make the game nerve-wracking at all. Aw. They couldn't make the scenes the exact same. At least this one matches up. I'm a pretty big sucker for Egyptian-style aesthetics in the tomb, or in games. It's Charmander, or is that Charmeleon? Probably more Charmeleon because it's got a longer tail, right? Now, I can tell it's more of a snake thingy. It's kind of funny. I really want FromSoft to make an ancient Egyptian or pseudo-Mayan inspired Souls-like. Or just have more zones like that. Just fight Anubis type dudes. Guys with alligator heads. Be amazing. Griffins, sphinxes. Oh man. Let's just stand in front of the minion army while those projectiles come beaming at my face. Seems like a good plan. I think next level I probably will go with upping the skelly damage. Because they are putting in work, for real. Found Rat's Nest again. Jay, you think that sounds really dope with the Egyptian vibes? You can definitely tell this is the native aspect ratio is intended for it. Yeah. Wait, I didn't look at this. Ray Skelly. I wish Cal Drogo sold the embalmed heads and whatnot, preserved heads in town. Has anyone played the Hell Is Us demo yet? I have not. I remember hearing about that game and maybe looking at a trailer for it, but I don't remember how it actually was. So maybe it didn't stand out to me. I wonder what other games are coming out this year. I'm still looking forward to Crimson Desert potentially releasing. And right now I'm kind of looking forward to the Final Fantasy Tactics remaster. Not sure if I want to buy it September or just wait for it. It might be a fun game to stream, but I don't know. One of the dangers of a game like Final Fantasy Tactics is min-maxing too early and taking the fun out of the game, or not doing cool, ridiculous stuff, and then having other people gatekeep you on stream. But I really liked that game. It's been so long since I've played it. The music in that one's really good too. Oh yeah, I need to look if they're going to
Can't carry anymore.
remaster the songs as well. That could be great. Or terrible. Or both. Yeah, I could get rid of some potions, huh? Yeah, now we can go down. It's kind of funny because I typically try to go the wrong way, but when I do it on accident, I'm like, man, I'm not making any progress here. I think the size of the zone so far has been pretty good. Not terribly long, nor terribly short for most places. $7.25. I'll just drop this regardless. I guess I could have used it. Hashtag noob. We got another wolf head. I'll probably teleport out here. Oh damn it, there's a spot up there that I missed. I'm really good at screwing things up. Jay Dixon, there's a tactics game called Demon School that comes out in September that you're excited for. Necrosoft is a rad developer. Oh yeah, I've seen a couple trailers for that. That one definitely looked interesting. That's kind of one of those titles where I'd want to see more gameplay to know if I get into it or not.
Good to see you.
Welcome to my shop.
Poison Creeper. Haven't heard that one yet. But so I'm gonna put the preserved head in my stash so that way if I get more I can potentially transmute them or whatever they're called. Oh, I had a lot of these. I did not realize I had that many.
How may I help you?
Alright, so no need to repair. $300 for a full stack of those. Okay. But Final Fantasy Tactics comes out in September. This is an outrage. If you say so, Matt. Also, welcome back into the stream, Matt and Mao. How are you guys doing tonight? Let us go on. Yeah, that is the portal. I don't like that I teleport in the middle of town up there, but then the portal is down here. It's been throwing me off. Maybe the same thing happened in the other village, but it didn't feel that way. But that could have just been me not paying as much attention, I guess. You're doing pretty well, Matt? So, what, if any, games are you guys looking forward to potentially releasing this year, other than Final Fantasy Tactics, it sounds like? They're hitting me! Oh no. Why? Did I ever let it come to this? My key bindings were off, I could have died. Matt, you don't know what else is coming out this year? The waypoint and teleport parts are separated? Yeah, it's a little bit strange. Can I just break these? No, that's unfortunate. Oh, health shot. Wait, did I legitimately shoot through that wall? Kind of OP. I'd almost imagine it's a visual glitch, but let's try. It's not lighting up that room, so I'm gonna say no. Next floor. Alright, Robbie, you have a good night. Take care. Honestly, this year has been pretty cracked in terms of games. I typically don't buy a bunch of new ones, but even still, I've been happy with the Suikoden remastering, Kazan, Expedition 33. We've also had Wuchang, although I haven't played that one yet. We should be having Crimson Desert come out later, Final Fantasy Tactics Remaster, which is a very welcome surprise. The Dragon Quest 2.5D remakes. Plus probably some other things that I'm forgetting already off the top of my head. Oh yeah, the Liza P DLC, Night Rain, of course. Felt like I haven't bought this many games in a long time. Wait, what? Oh, there's stairs there. No? Oh, Tainted Sun Altar. I'm stuck. They're gonna get me. Oh.
What a pity. I was beginning to enjoy the darkness.
Borderlands 4 in September? I hope it's good. Hopefully it's better than the movie. Oh yeah, Death Stranding 2. That's the other one that I was forgetting. Oh yeah, then the Shinobi plus Ninja Gaiden game came out, or is coming out this month. Luke, you don't game much or play many games? The only ones you've played the last few years are Civ 5 and Diablo 2 Resurrected? Mortal Shell 2 got announced? Yes. I don't think that one's coming out this year, is it? I still haven't played Mortal Shell 1. There's always one of the ones where I was like, yeah, this looks interesting. I could probably mess with this. And then I heard that it was kind of meh. So then it kind of went down my list of priorities to check out. But I might play it before the sequel comes out, just to see how different things are.
Greetings. The Viper amulet you bear is actually the headpiece of a Horodric staff.
Of course.
Yes. You have an uncanny knack for finding rare and valuable artifacts. Of course, you'll have to use a Horodric cube to combine the headpiece with the shaft.
This reminds me of Hubert Farnsworth.
I've been speaking with Lord Jeren, and I sense that he is becoming more and more agitated by something. You should try to talk to him again. If he still won't take you into his confidence, seek to prove yourself a bit more. I gather that his respect for you is growing.
I think it's when he was talking about trying to turn the medicine into a suppository and people just ignoring him, and he just kept on going on and on about it. He just like keeps saying the same keyword every other sentence.
The Staff of Kings! You astound me, my friend. You have discovered the shaft portion of a Horodric staff. I trust you know how to use a Horodric cube to unite the shaft with its headpiece.
Matt, you said Ninja Gaiden Ragebound is the most fun game you've played in ages? Where's Chadwick? He would love to hear that, because I know he's a huge Ninja Gaiden fanatic. Maybe I should play that on stream sometime. I haven't really played any of the Ninja Gaiden other than the sort of first one on the NES. Which that one was, rough.
Diablo nears his goal. We have little time to lose. Remember, my friend, that Andariel gave herself willingly to Diablo's cause. It would be prudent to assume that the other evils will attempt to aid their master as well.
Yeah, I know it's definitely not as tough as the old ones, but it's what I remember. I think the Ninja Gaiden games became a bit more action-y and less arcadey, if that makes sense.
It is an honor to serve you.
They're not just trying to get your quarters. I don't even remember picking that up. Maybe that was an accident. Oh, so you could just use this if you wanted to? Not the best thing, but certainly not bad. Actually, before I combine it, I'll talk to everybody and then do that. Matt, you're not sure you played the NES ones? Oh, hey, Chadwick, we were just talking about you. You heard Ninja Gaiden, so you arrived. Your ears were burning, huh?
Greetings. When you arrived, Wariv's caravan had been long overdue. With all of the evil that's arisen in the land, I'm surprised he got through it all. The sun again shines on Lut Gholein. I'm beginning to like you, traveler.
I forgot to talk to him in the Darkened Sun version of the world. Whoopsies.
It is well known that there are 7 great Horodric tombs hidden beneath the sands in the furthest reaches of the desert. One of them surely must be... For trade in magic and the like, see Drognin or Lysander. Drognin is the wisest man I know. Without equal...
You may not pass. Hello. You know, I've lost a number of body parts over the years. An eye here, a leg there. Say, do you know any spells that grow them back for me? On second thought, I'll leave well enough alone. It takes but one eye to revel in the beauty of our restored sun. So, you're going to search for the 7 tombs?
So Jay, you just picked up UFO 50? You're hearing good things? Also having stupid fun with Spider-Man 2 right now. How is that? I haven't played any of the modern Spider-Man games. I'm a sucker for Venom. Maybe I'll play Marvel Rivals sometime.
Good day.
No, I'm just kidding.
We do a good job in town. But beyond the city gates, you'll find all manner of demons.
Mao said for Mortal Shell, it's like they're trying to make a Dark Souls, but more cinematic, but they only had enough money to make one area. That might be true, man. Sometimes that's just kind of what happens with game dev. Like, I didn't hear that it was bad, I just heard that it didn't live up to its potential, which in some ways is kind of more disappointing. Matt, you're saying Spider-Man fuses elements of the 3D series into the classic platforming style, and you can bounce off enemies. You don't know if that was a thing before, or are you talking about Ninja Gaiden? Yeah, so if we need to give Eldrix, or whatever his name, Elzix, it's on the map. If we need to give him a limb, I do have that peg leg in my stash. I wonder if he'll accept that. I have a feeling probably not. Did I talk to Lysanderoth or Farah?
Good day.
Farah.
Drogden? Oh, he's a good friend of mine. I help him find exotic spell components in alchemical books from time to time. I think he used to be a sorcerer of great renown, but he doesn't like to talk about his past.
Dealing with a spam bot here, one moment. And Liam, thanks for the follow 47 minutes ago, because I'm super good at paying attention to those alerts. Oh, Luke, you had that good Spider-Man side-scroller beat 'em up in the 90s with Carnage. Hell yeah, Maximum Carnage. Bro, to me that cover art was iconic, seeing that stuff in Blockbuster. Carnage is pretty dope. It's just Venom but red and more evil. It's kind of funny. But I mean, that's all you needed to be a villain back in the day. Where's Stella for the Spider-Man lore? Actually, I don't know if Stella is that big of a Spider-Man fan. I don't really hear her talk about him too often.
When the three evils were bound ages ago, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, was moved to Kurast and bound by the holiest of magics.
Hey, Malazer, welcome back in, sir. How you doing tonight? Stella, you're not a huge Spider-Man person, but you know some things? Okay. Jay said, they're fun, the writing is unfortunately cheesy, but the gameplay is just classic super fine-tuned video game fun. Fun manufactured in a lab, traversal, action combat, minigames, it's well polished. Tainted Sun.
Drogman seems to have taken you into his confidence. This is good, for you will benefit from his wisdom.
I like the "this is good" line. I didn't know that.
Legend has it that Tal Rasha lies imprisoned within...
Right, let's talk to the dockman. Then the others.
Ahoy, mate.
I'm looking for some sailors.
Gray seems to be a dependable fellow. I hope he can handle it if those things in the desert decide to attack this town. So, did you plunder any booty?
Har 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 har.
I'm sorry, I can't help you much here. Now, if the tombs were across the ocean, then I'd be the guy to talk to.
Alright. Stella, you played the PC version of Spider-Man 2? The movie one? Not the new one? Oh, okay. The old one. Okay, I understand what you're saying. Symbiote lore went off the rails. That is true. Verifiably. Or veritably. Luke, you liked it when more games were made that you could pick up and play immediately and play for 20 minutes and stuff. Most AAA games now seem to require a huge time investment. Yeah, I think part of the issue for that is maybe a lot of mobile games have fit that niche. But, maybe it's also just due to the fact that games can be more sophisticated nowadays, and the more sophisticated your game is, the more it might stand out. Because when you do something really well and it's generic, it just kind of still ends up feeling generic potentially. I don't know if that makes sense. Trying to think of... I don't know. I'm not trying to like knock that style. I think it is probably amongst the best style of gameplay loops one can have. And I think the more polished a game is, the more likely it is to gain a lot of, if not critical acclaim, audience appeal. And one of the ones that stands out the most to me is Hollow Knight. Because nothing about that game to me was like super revolutionary. They just did everything up to an extremely high level of polish. I think there was a tiny bit of jankiness, mostly with the foreground and background being the same kind of a color palette. But beyond that, I really had very little complaints about that game. And that one's a pretty easy one to pick up and put down in short little spurts.
We do a good job in town, but
I talked to him, didn't I?
I'm glad that's over with. If you're going into the deep...
Right.
Not in town.
I've been researching the old records, trying to find the location of Tal Rasha's tomb. Though I haven't found the tomb itself, I may have a good lead for you. The great Viserai summoner, Horizon, built his Arcane Sanctuary somewhere around here. He was a powerful spellcaster and kept demons as slaves within the sanctuary. He kept a close eye on great events too, such as the imprisonment of Baal within Tal Rasha's tomb. If you could find Horizon's sanctuary, I'm sure that it would hold some clue as to the tomb's location. Though I doubt Horizon is still alive, you must proceed with caution. There's no telling what could be waiting inside. When I spoke of this with Lord Jaren, he asked that I send you to him. Perhaps he knows of a secret entrance or the like.
Sometimes when these NPCs talk, it feels like I have a 5 int stat. No, that's probably a good stat. Like a 3 int stat in Fallout. Where I'm just like eyes glaze over. They're talking, I'm just waiting for them to finish talking.
I've heard of your friend Cain. He is the last of the Horadrim. You would do well to heed whatever advice he has to give you.
I think it's as soon as he started throwing up names, I'm like, oh god. Corazon, he's the heart. We're looking for the heart of his temple. Got it.
You did well in destroying the Claw Vipers. We are all glad to see the sun return to its former glory.
Without horns, you love the low int secrets on Fallout 2. Didn't they also continue that trend with the Bethesda games where if you had your int stat at 1, the characters would kind of like Charlie Brown speak at you essentially? Or maybe I'm misremembering. We're just like womp 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 womp.
I've been researching the old records, trying to find the location of Tal Rasha.
I can't do that here.
Well, you think it's a shift in the AAA industry where a game's success is measured by the amount of time people spend playing it? Bro, that drives me so crazy. Okay, I'm gonna give you guys some hot takes, but I'll stand by them. I don't care. It'll probably piss some people off, but I'm gonna just say it. They're bootlickers. I think that the direction that they took with World of Warcraft is a damn travesty. It's very obvious to me that Eon Hazakostas does not understand like why players play games, because he always looks at things seemingly from an engagement perspective. However, this guy is smokescreening the hell out of himself because they're deliberately putting the rewards that players want into activities that are going to take a long time to do. And it's becoming the self-fulfilling prophecy that players are spending so much time doing these chores in the game to get the rewards that they want. And so that must mean that the players like the game because they're spending all this time doing this stuff, when Eon doesn't seem to know that it's not actually fun for a hell of a lot of the WoW mechanics. So it's been baffling to me that he's been able to be the lead for World of Warcraft for so long, because to me it's just been in such a rough state ever since, well, I mean, Legion was pretty good at the end of it, but I don't know, man. Matt, you can't wait for 120 quadruple or quintuple A games in 5 years. I mean, just wait a couple more years, and then when GTA 6 releases, you'll be getting your $120 game. The Bethesda Fallouts didn't do much with the low-end Easter eggs? Okay. Stella said the game industry and movie industry need to learn the same lesson. The 10s were the peak of high budget, high return. Time to go back to mid-budget. Well, part of the issue is AA studios have been kind of killed because of the loss of DVD sales. And so you're getting a lot less art house movies as a result, like ones that were really cool. Like you'd never see a Memento made today, perhaps, because it's not going to be big enough to warrant the commercial spending for a lot of studios. Anyway, what's up, Jaren?
When the troubles began here, I allowed the terrified harem guilds to join me within the safety of the palace. All was fine until one night. Screams echoed up the stairwells from the harem. My guards arrived to find the poor girls being slaughtered by a merciless band of hell-spawned demons. My brave guardsmen tried to push the demons back into the mysterious rift from which they came. Ever since, my men have fought a losing battle. Demons have continued to pour through the rift into the palace. Ultimately, I hired Graze and his mercenaries to help protect the rest of my fair city. Drognin believes that the Arcane Sanctuary lies buried underneath this palace, since Lut-Gholein occupies the site of an ancient Viserai fortress. My palace is open to you now. Take care.
An art house movie is one that's shown in like limited quantities, and they have smaller, more modest budgets as a result. So essentially like the AA studios of movies, if that makes sense. Like we have a couple of them still around. I think maybe you could make the argument that A24 might fit, but they've been steadily growing, and then, yeah. Although, to be fair, I'm not super knowledgeable about movies and studios and stuff like that. We need live service movies so they make more money. My guy, you just described Netflix. We already have that at home.
When you arrived, Wariv's caravan had been long overdue. With all of the evil that's arisen in the land, I'm surprised he got through it all. The sun again shines on Lut-Gholein. I'm beginning to like you, traveler. When the troubles began here, I allowed... It is well known that there are...
Okay, seems like we're good here. Stella, you live 2 blocks from a theater that shows those? Nice. You watch a lot of movies. I guess that explains it, huh? Got that hookup. Now you just gotta borrow some of that popcorn from Chadwick. Pay half price, only watch half the movie. There's no way they'd enforce that. I know you're just joking around, though. Time to use the cube. Too bad we're not a sorcerer. Take the staff to Tal Rasha's tomb. Look for the Arcane Sanctuary within the palace. Okay, so it looks like we're going in the palace itself. I was not paying the closest attention to Jaren, apparently. I'm like, yep, harem, demons, that's kind of what I guessed, and then that was it for me.
Welcome to the palace.
We can go in. Does Diablo take place in Ireland? Maybe. Maybe they're stealing the potatoes. The troubles happened recently after the events of Diablo 1. Diablo may or may not have possessed the hero of D1, and we're chasing them down. Oh, so the Sultanate extends underground. I guess that makes sense. We're in the harem zone. I like how nonchalant Jaren was with talking about the harems and stuff. He's like, yeah, there was some trouble, so I brought the harem inside the palace. It's whatever. Then demons popped out. Close doors. Can't loot that guy. It's an interesting track back here. Dune Beast. Let's examine the area. This one's so much darker. Hey, the real dirties, welcome on into the stream. The OG graphics, nice? Yes. I've been enjoying it a bit more. I feel like the aspect ratio is a bit better. For the lighting, at least. Just wanted to see what these guys looked like in the remake. Oh, they're firing through the door. That's my trick. I'll just pick up arrows. Oh yeah, I forgot to put the staff away and talk to people. Or talk to people and then put it away, whatever. Meow, you thought they were talking about movies with microtransactions? Like you can change outfits for cash that won't affect the plots? I mean, at this point, that's what a lot of AAA games are. They're just movies with cosmetics that you can change. Oh man, all the memes about Final Fantasy 16, it's like playing it, and then people will just like put down their controller and order food and just eat while all the cutscenes are going. That game is pretty intensive about that. I wonder if Death Stranding 2 is like that. I felt like Death Stranding 1 had some pretty lengthy cutscenes as well. There were a lot more productions companies for games and films about 18 years ago. I mean, COVID definitely did not help things. But now I would say there's a lot more indie games than ever. But of course, those aren't real studios. Well, many of them aren't actually studios themselves. Because it becomes like the entry point to actually do game dev is so much lower to the ground now than it was in the past, with how many game engines and whatnot are available now. Oh yeah. What is that? Oh, this is just the door. Ooh, that looks like a cool door. Hey, Logos, how's it going? Metal Gear? Yep. Even though I haven't played those, I've definitely heard about Metal Gear Solid 5 and its cutscenes. Makes me wonder how it could be so similar to Death Stranding in that regard. Dune Beast. Wait, we've got another set of stairs to the palace cellar. I wasn't paying attention to the other one because I didn't know what to expect. Wait, there was a part in Metal Gear Solid 4 where the console would put its self to sleep. Okay, so there's 2 entrances to the cellar at least. Now we can sprint. Blunderbore. I was trying to look at him. I'm not going through the wall. They hit me through the bars. They cheated. Oh, I made the most awkward pathing. Yeah, they do a pretty good job with the art updates. Metal Gear Solid 5 ditched the cutscenes in favor of cassette tapes. Oh, so that's how you get your lore stuff? Okay, that's cool. COVID's definitely a cultural barrier the same way as pre-11 and post-9/11 are. I don't think that's wrong, but I wouldn't... But I do think that the scales are different between them. Although maybe that's more true if you're American. Not American, I mean. The COVID might have had a larger effect on you then. Ooh, waypoint. Or maybe like the stuff post-COVID has just been a bit of a slower burn, so it's not as big a deal, I guess. Let's talk to Deckard with our silly little staff.
Excellent. You have a Horadric staff. Carry it with you into Tal Rasha's tomb. Find within the tomb the chamber whose floor is inset with the circle of 7 symbols. Place the staff into the receptacle you find there. That will open the secret passage into Tal Rasha's burial chamber. But be prepared for a fight. You'll likely have to kill Tal Rasha to destroy Bale.
I feel like killing Tal Rasha wouldn't destroy Bale. It'd probably just release Bale, whom we would then curse.
Excellent. Good day.
Good day.
What this is. Damn, this is pretty good. Love to sell it. I should check out the shops, see if we can get an upgrade. So it costs more even though I just sold it? Okay. No actual buybacks. Fair enough. I can respect the hustle.
I can't do that here.
Morbius made a more $1 billion though. Well, don't forget that it made $2 more billion when it got brought back to theaters. Life tap? Holy crap, that's worth almost 2 times more money than I have. Zoink Scoob. And here I thought I was doing well with my money, and then I get shown how poor I really am. Is that a reference, Chadwick? Oh yeah, I was gonna talk.
I can't do that here.
I don't think they'll say anything different.
Mashif and his vessel should remain here.
So now we teleport back and explore some more. Palace Cellar. I'm gonna ask you guys a weird question. How do you feel about cellar door being allegedly the most beautiful phrase in the English language? Maybe it works better with the British accent. I certainly don't think I have the delivery to make it sound sexy. Without horns, you strongly disagree. Chaddock says cellar door is pretty nice. Palace cellar level 2. Hoo-hoo. So what were the purple doors? I probably should have walked next to it just to see. I almost tried to shoot my own skelly. To the harem level 2. Okay, that's where it came from. I wasn't paying enough attention to realize that the name of the area had switched. Sounds like I'm talking about a house. Wait, where was the door? I really have to go all the way back? Oh no, I see there's little dots in the wall. Okay. I was really confused because I felt like I'd just come from here. Chadwick, you're more partial to cumulonimbus. Flying Nimbus! You're just a Dragon Ball nerd. We can tell. It's ugly to spell regardless of sound and mouthfeel. Mendacious cat, you like mendacious? That's bodacious, bro. I quite like the word nostalgia, but also hate that nostalgia means nostalgia if I'm going to be enjoying the name of it, because it's just, I don't know, there's a little bit sad cringe. But I do just like the look and the sound of it. Palace Cellular level 1. Logos, you had your email compromised by a Russian hacker yesterday and you had to recover your Steam account twice. That's not a fun fact at all. That sounds like a mildly infuriating / aggravating and annoying fact. But glad that you got it resolved without too many issues then. It's always a pain dealing with customer support over stuff like that. Oh, that's an enemy mage. Get down, Mr. Skellington! I'm actually taking damage. Damn it. Couldn't remember if I was full or not. Level 3. Logos is trying his best to find hot singles in his area. Apparently they found him. Chaddock, a friend of yours, often lamented that the fact syphilis was such a terrible illness, otherwise it would be a beautiful name. Oh man, I've definitely heard of a woman trying to name her child Placenta. Like, it really isn't a bad sounding word, it's just one of the choices of all time, I guess you can say.
need mana.
I have not actually been picking up potions like I've been doing. Getting complacent now. You hate syphilis for what it did to Nietzsche? Just him. I don't know if this is true, but I heard that they brought back syphilis with them with Christopher Columbus to Europe. So we could partially blame him for being a bastard man with his crew as to why it became as big a deal as it did. Although, to be fair, I don't really think there was really going to be much containment for it. Even if good old Chris didn't bring it back with his crew. It's a matter of time. It feels when you learn the founding fathers were like in their 30s and they weren't white of hair. They just all had syphilis. Really wish I could send my minions about like the right analog stick or something. So that way I open a door and they just go flooding in like the police. That'd be neat. Am I actually running? No. Why am I walking like this? I'm not running. I don't understand that. Meter ain't going down. Is it because I'm indoors? Ben Franks was in his 70s banging French prostitutes the whole time. Not just them. Don't forget the mature ladies in his areas as well. Thought they punched through the wall for a second. I was kind of impressed. See, I have the option to play safely and slowly. That kind of entails me playing slowly and then can't do it. Celicid was probably already in Europe. It might not have been his crew specifically, but they definitely brought it back from the New World, from what I've heard. Although who knows what the hell I've heard. There's so many tidbits of factoids that you kind of take for granted that aren't always true. You know, I wonder what kind of factoids I've taken at face value that aren't actually true. I'm sure there's some, but I just can't remember any off the top of my head. I wonder if you guys have any in chat that comes to mind for you guys. This isn't a factoid, but when I was a kid, I did think that I thought like cats and dogs were the same species, but cats were the girls and then dogs, well, I should say cats were female and then dogs were male. It's not like I got... How do I phrase it? It's not like I thought that for super long. Like, it was when I was really little. It's a portal. We're going to the Elder Scroll Oblivion world. Entering the Arcane Sanctuary.
Fantastic. I wish I had time to study this bizarre dimension.
Bro, this is Proto Sanctum. Find Corazon's journal. Mihati. Alright, I'm not gonna trust these little dots on the floor. We're just asking to get spiked. Specters! Lightning Spire. Oh, it probably would be helpful to have the camera for this area if there's traps that can off-screen me a little bit. Kinda figured that'd be a fire mage. Ghoul Lord. Hell Clan. Oh man, going from that smoothness of the 3D into the frame rate of the 2D was a little bit disorienting there for a second. At least the path seems wide enough that I'm not getting deleted or body blocked by the minions, and vice versa. Oh, those are all mine. Mouse said, to be honest, in American media, the amount of time there's cat girls and dog boys is a lot. Wait, how often do we have dog boys? The hell are you watching? Cats rule and dogs drool. Where is that from? Is that from Homeward Bound or something? Mendacious is where with 3 question marks? Why, bro? You looking? Speaking of cat boys, how's it going, Meow Laser? Mendacious cat. I almost called you Crab. You guys getting called out in the chat? Oh, the Zam Lightning Shine. Let me alone. Ooh. What'd you do? You existed. Sometimes that's enough. Town portal, then use the waypoint to get back to the center faster? I don't have the waypoint for this area unlocked yet. Or maybe I did unlock it and I just forgot. I don't know. Need to pick up more manas. Oh, that'll do in a pinch. I like how I said I was not going to stand over these spike pits, and then I just completely ignored them because no spikes ever came out. What I'm trying to say is I've grown complacent. The game's going to get me. Don't know if there's a square in between there. Oh, it's right there when I walk in? Okay. They moved around. It's a little bit off-putting. Jewel. Whatever happened to Jewel? Did she, like, get a nose job, or she fixed her teeth and then she looked very different and was no longer as, recognizable? Maybe I'm thinking of somebody else. I really just did not walk on that. Yes, Loco Turbo, welcome into the stream. Jewel, the singer from the 90s. Deckard.
Good evening.
No, you. All right, let's sell some things.
How may I help you?
Ooh, it's purple. Rainbow small shield. Okay, whatever. Wait, what shield do I have on? Oh yeah, one of those. Oh, maybe I should stop selling amulets. Well, it's okay. Really don't like how it just kind of sorts things randomly. I shouldn't say sorts, stashes things randomly. I haven't been using keys too often lately. Worry about that stuff later. She just lost popular relevance largely due to music becoming more and more corporate. And so singer-songwriters like Jewel, Paula Cole didn't get airplay. She did try to turn more country and also club pop, but you don't know if that really worked. Bro, I appreciate the lore dump on Jewel. It's not the type of music that I typically listen to by any means. It's just kind of a random thought. Thought I saw her on like some kind of show, like pop-up video or something like that. Not exactly that, but something along those lines when VH1 had guest celebrities come on their shows all the time and just add a line or two.
The sheaf has sailed all around.
Let's talk to Khal Drogo. Hey, Arc Pendragon, welcome on in. Oh, Sweat. This is exciting. I'm really a first-time player? Yes, no doubt. Gwen Stefani. Well, she did a lot of solo stuff after the band. Loco, you were big into female 90s artists? Hell yeah. Matt, you want to go back to the 90s, please? Oh, Jewel was a judge on one of those singing shows. That must be where I was thinking of her from. Meow Laser, your name holds a dark secret. Mao asks, did you kill your cat by making it chase a laser? That would be a dark secret. It's super rare to see a new player play the game. You're excited to watch? Hell yeah. If you want, we do have all of the previous episodes logged into the VODs. They should be on Twitch, but they're also on the YouTubes if you want to catch me on there. Last Protagonist, one word. All lowercase. No, I'm kidding about that last part. Ark, you've played this game for like 30 years? Yeah, the D2 fans really seem to be loyal to the game. I'm definitely digging the vibes and stuff. It plays a lot better than I was fearing it would. Jewel lasted longer than most artists. Loco, you've also played since release. Nice. Do you guys have favorite classes? And are you going to tell me why I shouldn't have picked Necro? No, I'm kidding.
Mashif and his vessel should...
Okay. Oh yeah, I wanted to trade. Potentially. Confuse. Whoops. Don't think we're gonna get any winner chicken dinners here. Guess this is kind of one of the worst things about being on a controller.
Not in town.
Ark, you think D2's the greatest ARPG? Loco, you're impatient, so you always play Sork for the teleport. After Sork, then you guess Amazon and Paladin. Ark said they're all pretty good in their own way. You've played them all and have easily put over 10,000 hours into it. Bro, that's intense. Although I guess you've had 25 years to do that. So I could definitely respect the grind. Okay, so I think we're good with our inventory. We'll go back. Oh no, we want to teleport to the middle. No, I don't. That portal takes me elsewhere. I forgot that I waypointed in here. Real Dirty's Necro is your first class. They'll always hold a special place in your heart. I do appreciate having the ability to be kind of a stereotypically evil class to play as the hero. Kind of funny. Like, oh, you're so heroic. And then you just cast Raise Dead on their dead relatives that you may or may not have slaughtered. So we leveled up. I think I'm going to level up my Skellies again. Did something drop? Let's back up here a little bit. Wait, what level am I now? 22. Need to be 24. 30. Attract is how much? 24. So I could be working on getting that if I wanted to. It's blind. I feel like just damage is the way to go. Don't die if you kill things before they can kill you. Right, after this, I'll start investing more in my mana again. That's kind of one of the things that I don't fully understand yet, how the scaling works, if it's just primarily level based or stat based. I know the one skill set it worked on teeth, but I've not really been using teeth since I've gotten bone spear. What is it called? I keep forgetting. Okay, it's spear, not shard. All right, Mao, you have a good day. Good luck with the appointment tomorrow, and have sweet dreams yourself. Appreciate that. Is this the only character I've played so far? Yes, this is my very first experience. This is my first time in Act 2 and seeing everything. Plus skills are good. Ark, you don't know if there's a setup that you haven't played or tried at this point? If I'm going to be... I don't know what P and B stands for yet. In Summon Hybrid, then I'll really want plus skills. Yeah, I haven't found a ton of that stuff yet. I'm pretty happy with what I got so far, though. I have 3 to raise Skeleton, which... it's okay. +3 to amplify damage. I need to use that more, I guess, but I don't like getting that close. And then this one gives me +2 to raise Skelly, and then +2 to Skelly Mastery. Which the Mastery, I think, is putting in a lot of work for my current setup. Because the minions could be doing primary damage, and then my Bone Spear is doing pretty decent secondary. Oops. Oh, there was a rare guy in that. Moon Shield. Let's pick up that other healing potion if I can. I think this is the last town portal I can use for now. Poison and Bone plus Summon hybridize. It'll be a bit tougher. You think I can make it work? Just want to get those plus skills. Ark said, very few skills actually scale with difficulty or level. They essentially gain power with damage or type to skill. Necro is one of the few that can beat the literal hardest difficulty in the game and do it naked without any gear at all. Ooh, baby. Yeah, that's kind of the thing about minion builds in many ARPGs. They either have to be broken or complete dog water because they're so ridiculously difficult to balance appropriately. I was like, what is that super fast thing? Is that my skeleton? It was somehow. Ooh, charm. It's been a while since we've actually gotten one of those. $20 mana. It's not bad, but I mean, I feel like I could just use potions instead. Yeah, I could literally hold 3 potions in the spot that charm would take up. And I haven't been running out consistently enough, I think, to warrant it. Loco, you're working on leveling up in Amazon now? If I ever end up playing online and playing with 7 other people and all of them are Necros, you'll crash the game with the minions. It's hilarious. I believe that. I figured for my first experience going offline was probably the way to go. I tend to be a little bit of a purist where it's like, you never know when the servers for something will go down or if it'll lose online support, whatever. Maybe you're in the middle of an ocean. Like, I've played a couple games that way before. And so... Uh-oh. I got sniped. Glad it didn't get frozen on that thing right there. It's kind of sketchy. Kill the summoner. I'm scared. Oh no. He's actually killing my minions. What a jerk. This dude's got damage. Oh.
He was not Horizon. He was a deluded fool who got too close to true power.
He had a Nintendo Power Glove? Horizon's Journal. It's a glass cannon. The true summoner experience, huh? You know what? Let's turn him into a mage. Let's turn him into a mage.
I can't use this yet.
I can't.
I can't use this yet.
Lame.
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha will find it through the portal. But know that the glowing glyphs recorded here in my Arcane Sanctuary are the signs of the 6 false tombs. The missing 7th sign marks the tomb of Tal Rasha. Of the Herodrum, He might be called the Foremost. It was a shining but brief moment for the mage clans, when they set aside their differences and worked together against the common enemy. The Horadrim relentlessly pursued the three across the desolate empires of the East, and even into the uncharted lands of the West, leaving the Archangel Tyrael's hands unblemished. Presuming the three to be vanquished, the Horadrim's unstable fellowship began to dissipate. Abandoning their sacred charge to safeguard the three soul stones, the disparate mage clans began to squabble amongst each other over petty differences. Their conflicts not only dissolved their brotherhood, but strengthened the evils which they had buried beneath the cold earth.
Oh no, it really is the Oblivion Portal. It's red. Okay, let me reread that.
Seekers of the tomb of Tal Rasha.
The missing seventh sign? But there's 7... Oh no, there's actually only 6 here. So... Damn it, my minions are gonna be in the way. Circle, square, triangle, moon down. I can't see the far one. Oh no, it's just a crescent. Alright, sun, moon, crescent, actual crescent, triangle, double arrow, lightning bolts. Wait, why do... Is the lightning bolt the shuriken? Maybe I should do this. Ah, okay, so shuriken is that thing after all. Double arrow. No, there are 7. No, wait, no, there's only 6. So we are missing normal circle. Normal circle. Do I know the lore behind the summoner? I do not. Diablo has some pretty cool lore, especially the older games. You're wondering why I'm using classic graphics mode? A couple reasons. One, I want to experience kind of the original graphics. 2, when I was going through on the remastered mode, it just kind of felt a little bit janky with the light radius. And then when I did switch to this mode, it looked kind of more like it's intended to work, I guess, to me. And I actually kind of like it a bit more than the remastered version, to be honest. But I kind of grew up playing older games in the style, so it doesn't matter. Hey Loki, nice to see you again. Oh, did the quest log mark which symbol I needed? No, just go to the town. Oh, it did. Okay. Curses. See, because I'm more used to the older kind of games, I was assuming that it was more of a manual thing. Crayon of the Magi Canyon. So, oh man, I can't see on this map. Okay, we got a waypoint right here. Go back to Loot Go Lane. Sell some things, talk to some folks, learn some more.
Good day.
So without horns, you knew a guy that tried to do hardcore on max difficulty for D1 that greatly discouraged you? He never made it past the second dungeon boss, you think? A lot of that stuff just comes with experience. I don't know how bad D1 was for hardcore, but the more dedicated you are, the more consistent things become, and you like learn layouts and stuff where it shouldn't be as problematic, I'm assuming. But that's just kind of an assumption based off of other ARPGs.
Hello.
D1's randomizer might be more brutal for all I know. Chadwick, you can't place that announcer's voice. Pretty sure you heard Clone Wars Obi-Wan in there. Maybe it's the Ultima guy as well, I don't know.
Blessings to you.
Stella, do you think every time one of us is like, the older graphics are more charming, we sound like one of those music these days is bad people? Maybe. I don't know. Probably to a young kid. Which, I totally get distracted how these dudes just kind of walk at me slowly. It's funny. Maybe a little bit, but whatever. That's how it is sometimes. And then Noel, welcome on into the stream. How goes the dim Oblo? It's no longer dim. We got the quest item to bring the sun back out. So it's a sun Oblo now. Noel said there's a reason so many games coming out now use the retro aesthetics deliberately. Oh, a lot of it is cost, I think, but some of them are cozier, for sure. Loco, you were just wondering? You played the old graphics for 20 years, now you're kind of liking the remake? Oh yeah, I don't dislike the remake, but I still want to have the kind of vibes that a lot of people had going through the original. Just kind of appreciate the game for what it was. The old graphics is pretty close to how it looked.
Hello.
Ark said, the Druid voice actor is actually Michael Bell. It's amazing he's the same guy who played Raziel for Soul Reaver. That's probably where people will know him from. This whole game has amazing voice actors. Alright, let me talk to some NPCs. Get some lore.
You must move quickly now, friend, for Diablo is undoubtedly close to finding what he seeks. Find the tomb of Tal Rasha before he frees the Lord of Destruction. I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is more likely that he will be dragged down into hell by the demons he was bound to. Let this be a lesson to you. Demonic magic is a quick path, but its powers are seductive and deadly.
Damn it, Global, that was brilliant. I was too slow to think of it myself. Diablo. Ah! Fighter of the Diablo. Champion of the Sun.
I talked at length with Wariv as we crossed the desert from Kurast. He has many fascinating tales of the dangers of the desert. His experience may be useful to you. I hope that this false summoner found peace in death. Unfortunately, it is... You must move quickly now, friend, for Diablo is undoubtedly
Good evening.
Damn it, I actually feel like light radius is kind of good in this one. Oh, but this is also more max stamina. Okay. I'll keep this in my inventory for now to see if I like it or not. Did not mean to put that here. Shipped versus flawed. All right. What is this? Tangerine, small charm of blight. Did I already get my Horadric cube? Yes, sir. It is right here. Without horns, the seventh sign reminded you of the seventh seal, but you always get that mixed up with another movie with a similar name. That's some scholar guy slowly learning that he's unsealing hell. I know which movie you're talking about. I think that one is called the seventh seal. Or wait, no, is that the seventh sign? You're confusing me. Despite playing for 25 years, Local, you'll still just call him the potion guy. If you don't save Cain in Act 1, he talks smack afterwards. I didn't know that was even an option. That's great. Most quest givers actually have dialogue options as you play and during the progress of each quest, so they have dialogue at the start, in the middle, at the end as well. Yes, that's something that I've enjoyed. Sometimes it's a little bit difficult remembering whom all I've talked to and when, but I've been trying to do my best to see all the updated lines of dialogue as we go through the quests. Stella, you'll stand by your opinion that some game graphics should have never progressed past 2012. Think about how much less space games would take up. Yeah, and ray tracing is cool, I guess, but I'm like, this just kind of seems excessive. Oh man, there's shadows in your shadows. I mean, they can make games look nicer, but I don't think I'd really complain if I had ray tracing off in games that have had it. Oh yeah, I forgot to actually talk to Farah for her quest stuff, huh? Farah Fawcett.
Atma is a good, loving woman, but I fear she will succumb to her despair and hatred.
That doesn't sound like foreshadowing at all.
Faith is stronger than any armor. The shield will protect the body, but faith will strengthen the courageous heart. I feel no pity for that would-be summoner. His terrible ambition for demonic power was his undoing. You merely hastened the inevitable.
This feels awkward considering what types of pseudo-demonic powers I'm wielding.
Legend has it that...
Alright, let's talk to Portman.
Good to see you. I've been all around the seas in these parts. It's dangerous sailing west this time of year, though. Until the season changes, the caravan through the desert is the main trade route to Westmarch. So, now we know Jaren's little secret. Well, I guess I can see why he wanted me to stay, though. I'm just glad it didn't come to that. Now he tells me to wait some more, in case you need to get out of here. Well, for you, I'll do it. Maybe they'll mention me in the epic ballads, eh?
Necros aren't demonic at all. They're just cool dudes who like bones.
Well,
Bone rave.
You've got what you're after. Now get a move on before it's too late.
The Seventh Seal is the one where a dude plays chess with death? Okay, and then Seventh Sign is the movie with the scholar guy. I watched that, and I was like, this could be interesting, and then it just seemed like a really big nothing burger. Just kind of felt a little bit random.
Mashif seldom patronizes my establishment. I think he prefers to stay out there on his leaky ship. You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all.
Matt, your eyesight isn't good enough to appreciate high-end graphics anyway. To me, that is kind of one of the greatest ironies of life. That some of the dudes who flip out the most about frame rates and RTX and stuff are likely looking through dirty-ass lenses of glasses that they haven't cleaned to complain about that kind of thing. And of course, like, glasses can correct one's vision to even beyond 2020. It's just a little bit ironic to me, I guess.
You're more the hero than I could have dreamed. Perhaps there is hope for us after all. Mashif seldom patron.
Nothing happens in that movie until the very end? Yeah. Logos asks, isn't Clair Obscur made in Unreal Engine 5? Yes, sir. I think we're going to see a ton of influx of UE5 games. It looks like there's a bunch of Chinese ones that are coming out. To the point where I'm starting to almost get a little bit of Unreal Engine 5 fatigue. When the games almost look like they're too good.
Hey there.
So what was it, like Sword of Justice that I saw a trailer for today or yesterday? I'm really bad at remembering names. I'd have to look at my YouTube history. Yeah, I don't think they're in my history because I just looked over the thumbnail previews.
Jaren's been acting strange lately. I can't imagine why he would call the town guards into the palace. If there's something wrong in there, I hope he doesn't expect me to handle it.
In truth, Necro's power comes from the Afterdeath, and they seek to balance the world. Spirits lend their strength to them. The Afterdeath is one of the realms or planes of existence within Diablo. Okay, I did not know that. I just kind of assumed that death and demons would be kind of adjacent to each other.
I wish Jaren would have let me in the palace. I would have saved those girls and kicked demon ass back to the fire pits of hell. The way I see it, well, it's all pretty blurry.
Hey, Canchel, nice to see you again. Pretty much all future devs will only know how to use it, copy-paste, but no real skills. It's why games are so buggy and choppy. I don't know. I mean, a lot of it is just like the pressures that are put on them from above, so I don't think you're entirely wrong about that. But in some ways, if they're working within established engines, then you might have more consistent games, and then maybe they'll get better with it over time. Stella, when you played Control on your friend's Xbox, you had to restart it every once in a while because the Northlight engine would max out your older Xbox's RAM. Oh, that's great. Sounds like some Oblivion / Skyrim stuff from back in the day.
Allow me to advise you. I've heard of your friend Cain. He is the You have found Horizon's journal. Excellent. But I must caution you. The mark of the true tomb of Tal Rasha is sought, if not already known, by Diablo. I needn't elaborate on the implications of that. Larger forces are moving inexorably towards us. You must now make haste to the tombs.
UE has always had inherent issues that went ignored in favor of its ease of use. None of the tech demo features are present in the actual releases. Could you elaborate on that last part there, Kinchel? Logos, you're glad that better tools are more available for smaller teams so they can make better stuff instead of bloating the dev team and budget? It's a little bit of a double-edged sword, yeah, I think so. Let's look at these items in Meow. Wait, this one's red. So knowing that the UI goes away as soon as I move the cursor, it's not that big of a deal though. Alright, still nothing. Weapon certainly isn't bad, but I was hoping I'd get something better by now. Yeah, compared to Act 1, it does feel like I'm getting upgrades a lot less frequently in Act 2. Which some of that is a little bit of a matter, of course, but maybe I just need to start gambling a bit more or something. Although the issue is he's not selling the things that I need. Wait, he doesn't have... Does that change over time? Oh, I need to gossip. Forgot.
Good day. Geglash is an imposing warrior, but he's never been able to back down from a fight. One of these days, his pride will be the death of him.
So he's kind of acting like a scaredy cat at times, but when push comes to shove, he doesn't back down. Understandable. Logos asked, have I found any green or gold text items yet? I did find a green something. Oh yes, I did find one set item in Act 1, but it wasn't really useful for me, so I ended up selling that. The gambling stuff changes. On the screen, you'll see a refresh button to change it. Oh, okay. I should pay more attention. Thank you. Every time you walk outside and back inside town, vendors will change what they sell. That's good to know. In Path of Exile 2, and this is really annoying to me, they only refreshed their inventories on level up, which is dumb because you have a finite amount of level ups to begin with. So knowing that they do it every time you enter and exit town will be quite useful, I think. Logos, you uninstalled Expedition 33 after 100%ing it. Congrats, bro. And then Matt, it sounds like you had to uninstall it just for space issues. Games do be pretty big. Which reminds me, I need to take a bunch of footage on this hard drive and put it on the external one to get some more space on my computer right now.
Unbelievable. The harem girls are dead? The palace guards have been fighting off demons from the cellar? How could that happen without my knowledge? So, Horizon's been dead for some time. I take it you at least found what you were looking for.
I know we're gonna get into the ending content discussion in the chat for Expedition 33. Guys, be wildin'. Oh yeah, I should probably look at his actual inventory sometimes too, huh? Curses. What gloves do I have? And then I know my boots are good, so it's really just... Oh yeah, I haven't changed my helmet in a long time. See what we got. Oh, green one. Infernal Cranium. 20% damage taken goes to mana. That's just on this one? All my resistances go up 10? Alright, this sounds like a winner. I'm gonna lose a bit on the light radius. There you go, Loco. You thought that was Biggins? Sorry. Oh, there is the L3 down there. Refresh. So that's just free, so I could just keep spamming that to refresh? It didn't cost me anything? Nope, it didn't. That's crazy. Okay, that's good to know. If only I had eyes on the outside. Damn, I've already spent a lot of money. A little girl. Damn it. Damn it. These kind of all suck. Yeah. I'm going to keep my current belt for the regen. Hold on, let me deal with the dog. Did I just gamble this? Yes. She's being restless. She's going to annoy me. All right. Yo, Logos, and everybody else talking about the Claire Obscura ending. I'd ask that you guys refrain or do so in a very spoiler-free way, just in case there's people in here who are playing it or who might want to play it. It was a little bit different when I was streaming it and actually finished it on stream, because it's kind of topical then, but appreciate a little bit of a discretion there. Thank you, guys. That's lucky. It's not a super great item, but gambling any set is lucky. Alright. You won't say the odds because it's spoilery, but it's pretty low. I was kind of surprised to get it as well. Expedition 33 is still your game of the year so far. You haven't played anything better, and you're the only ones that might beat it, but you doubt would be Yote or Borderlands. Oh yeah, I forgot about Ghost of Yote is coming out soon too. Or Borderlands 4, but you doubt that. Yeah, I think Expedition 33 is also my game of the year. Just because of how high a quality level it had. Did I gossip with him?
There are many ancient tombs in the desert. Most of them are...
That's the same.
News of the tragedy in the palace is spreading fast. How awful. And to think, this whole time I thought Jaren and his guards were in there playing with the harem girls. News of the tragedy. You make me long for the days of glory, when I had both hands, both eyes, and more of a foot.
Logos is still 100% your game of the year despite the issues that you've had. I think Expedition 33 is going to be a brand new generation's equivalent to Final Fantasy VII or Final Fantasy X. I'm so glad that a traditional turn-based RPG has kind of broken the mold and achieved such wide acclaim and success. I think now I've talked to everybody except for these guys.
Please state your business. Even though he was once a bandit, I permitted Elzix to take over the Desert Rain Inn. I thank you for your heroic aid. I'm also glad that you found something you were looking for. The journal should help you find the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Hopefully there is still time to get there before Diablo. Go now, and good luck. The demonic force that was emanating from the corrupted sanctuary has dissipated. I thank you greatly for your help. Now we can look to rebuilding our lives. All will be for nothing, though, if you do not stop the greater evil which is rapidly gaining ground. It is well known that there are...
Okay. So let's check out the quest log. Ooh-wee. So these two will tie into each other. Feels like I'm forgetting something. I was going to keep this on to see if I liked the light radius. I was going to be exacerbated because I also took off my helmet, which had light radius on it. The mercs don't use jewelry. And did I talk to Lysander, the potion man? Did I? I thought I did. I might not have. I'll talk to him again.
Hello.
Hello.
Oh, deafness has its advantages. Horizon's urinal. Oh, journal. Yes, well, glad you found it. Such a shame about those poor harem girls, huh? I shall miss them deeply. I mean, their conversations, of course.
Of course.
Such is always the fate of those who meddle with evil.
The toilet joke, you made sure that I saw that. I appreciate that, bro. Okay, so I think we're good now. Oh no, I have not talked to Warreeve in a long time because he doesn't pop up there. I'm sorry, Warreeve, I forgot.
Good day. That old desert fox L6 is as crafty as they come. Years back, he made off with a small fortune of my caravan's wares. I certainly never expected to see him so domesticated.
So one thing about the E33 success is that they also had a really impactful amount of financial support from their backers, which is how they got such a fantastic cast for their voice acting. Like Charlie Cox was one that they brought in because they wouldn't have been able to finance that on their own initially. But definitely a very quality product. So they're definitely a small team, but it's a little bit of a misleading statement because of how much financial support they did have.
Well, the news going around town is very unsettling. Apparently, we were in more danger than anyone thought. Good work, friend. You may have saved all our skins. I guess you'll be heading to the tombs now. I hear that they're in the deepest desert regions.
Matt, you just didn't get into Expedition 33. It always sucks when there's something that's super critically acclaimed or like widely acclaimed by people, and then you just don't get into it yourself. So don't feel too bad about that. Sometimes that's just how it is. I tend to be a bit of a hater myself, so I can commiserate. I'm a little bit distraught over the lack of landmarks. Never mind, found it. So before going there, let's explore. Ooh. Oh, I need to look at the symbols. Okay, so this is the shuriken. Never mind. All right, I'm not really going to explore. I just need to look for the circle then. Square. Matt, you got to the Jastral Woods. That's still pretty early, but definitely enough to kind of get a feel for the gameplay loop. So, don't feel bad for quitting there. Chadwick, you wished you liked Diablo 2. You played it, but you bounced off hard. You're bummed because everyone loves it, it seems. Without horns, you and Chadwick are in the same camp. Logos, you were sold by Expedition 33 by the end of the intro. I was quite surprised at how much I ended up enjoying Expedition 33, because that was a game that I'd kind of written off from the trailers. Like, it just kind of looked generic, dare I say, from the screens. I thought they're just trying to copy Persona 5 a bit. And maybe the trailer didn't do the best job at kind of conveying what was going on with the story, I guess. But after that first hour and a half or so that I was playing on stream, and then like learning a bit about that world, I was intrigued and wanting to know more. I do think the probably one thing that's going to be underappreciated about Clair Obscur, or taken for granted, is just how well they did in making the game cinematic from a cinematics director perspective, I guess. I should just say cinematic perspective, but that gets a little bit muddied when you have in-game cinematics, not necessarily like film-style cinema, even though it really is. Made a lot of really bold direction choices with the way that they framed shots and used lighting that I appreciated. But it's kind of hard to draw attention to sometimes. Yes, Charlie Cox is the Daredevil. They got Ben Starr as well? Yes. Each of the other 6 tombs has a treasure room. Oh no, you should have told me that. Now I'm going to go there for sure. Or not, I don't know. Spine Spawn? Thought I saw something that said night. I'm just having a moment. Okay. It's a bit of a horde over there. I wonder if something's reviving them. Ooh, a charm.
I need mana.
One to 2 fire damage. Okay, that's not bad. You guys are pumping the chat tonight. Appreciate that. Ooh, Demon Head. Oh, it's damaged. It's a little bit hard to keep up with you guys. Suffering from success. Oh yeah, Shadowheart is a voice actress. I heard somebody say that it's weird that I played... Hold on, how did they phrase it exactly? If I had a nickel for every time I played a game with Jennifer English being a character whose hair changed to white, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's kind of weird that it's happened twice. Sarcophagus. Arky said it's rare to see a new player, and I'm a chill streamer. Hey, appreciate that. I'm glad you're enjoying yourself. Remember the little light attachments they made for the GBA because it was so damn hard to see? Yeah, my cousin had one. I never did. I was jealous. Like, this bastard can play his GBA in the car. Meanwhile, I suffer trying to go under, like, lights on the highway. Playing a game in, like... You know how FPS stands for frames per second? I'd be playing at FPM, like frames per minute, essentially. Relying on streetlights. Oh yeah, I meant to look at this. Aw, that's lame. The Game Gear was backlit, it didn't fix it. Didn't the Game Gear also take an entire hardware store's worth of batteries at a time? Chadwick, you say the PSP was probably the best because it was so incredibly powerful and flexible at the time. The SP was just perfect for what it was supposed to be. I'm a really big fan of the PSP and the Vita. It just sucks that they never really got a lot of third-party support. But yeah, the Game Boy SP I think was really, really good for what it was. I do think the 3DS XL is phenomenal as well. Maybe phenomenal is too strong a word, but it was fantastic. And I do think that the flippable screens is a little bit underrated in terms of ergonomics and the neck. It's kind of my biggest complaint about the Vita and the PSP. That stuff definitely, you'd feel that after a couple hours worth of play. I guess the batteries could have been better, but not really for the time though. My GBA had an IPS display, illuminations per streetlight, something like that. You don't bring up the Game Gear anymore, use the car battery. You loved Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask on the 3DS XL? I was kind of styling. When I got my 3DS, I was like, I need to play Pokemon Heart Gold and Soul Silver because I didn't. Because I'd skipped so many generations of the Game Boys, to be honest. And I did not regret that choice. I didn't play a ton of games on the Game Boy consoles. But definitely a cozy little thing as a kid. Low-key, you modded the crap out of your PSP and actually had super control of that damn screen. It should have been that way by default. Oh yeah, that is one of my biggest gripes about Sony and handhelds in general. That I don't understand why we're in the year 2025, but we still can't even customize the UI on our consoles. And I guess that isn't entirely limited to handhelds. I like how I'm just kind of meandering off, doing other things on the other side of the screen, and my minions are just kind of having a gang mummy sarcophagus? Oh man. They're just kind of having a gang beatdown on the other side of the screen. All right, Jay, you have a good night. Thanks for hanging out. Take care. A lot of people hacked their PSPs. I did. Because when I got my PSP, I was in college, and I literally had zero monies for video games. So I may or may not have pirated a few things. But honestly, pirating a lot of those games back then made me grow to love certain franchises, and I ended up being a financial supporter of them when I actually had money. So one of the games I kind of bring up somewhat frequently on stream, frequently enough anyway, would be the Disgaea games. got introduced to them through the PSP and emulation. Wouldn't have played them otherwise. I'm still getting hit. Wait, I saw a preserved head! No. Maybe that was just the name of the guy. Orifice? Ew. Yeah, many PSPs are used for homebrew nowadays. Maybe that's what got me off on that tangent. Ark, you put 600 hours into Disgaea? Hell yeah, man. Even though I tend to not like grindy games, those are a type of grindy game that it doesn't bother me so much. I mean, I don't always 100% the games, but I definitely 100%ed Disgaea 1 and Disgaea 5. I did not 100% Disgaea 2, and then I didn't play Disgaea 3 because I didn't have the PS3. I only very recently bought it for my PS TV because I'm like, why the hell is this still not on Steam? Maybe I'll try to get to this eventually if I just buy it. Because it was really rough for me going from directly from Disgaea 5 to Disgaea 4 because of the features not being there. So I was like, before I play any more Disgaea games, I'm going to go back through and play them in chronological order just so that I don't come to not appreciate the older games. Now it's been long enough since I played Disgaea 5 that I'm not going to remember the mechanics that I'm missing, so I should play Disgaea 3. Although honestly, since starting my channel, my free time for that kind of thing... Oh, it's Preserved Dead. My free time for that kind of thing is plummeted a bit. But, you know, I'm still enjoying myself. I think making a bit of a switch in the content into clearing off my backlog on stream is kind of a smart idea. Because... I don't know. There's always a little bit of guilt now being older, wasting my time playing games if I'm not being somewhat productive at them. Whereas if I'm doing it on stream, I can delude myself that it's all for content, baby. Nah, but really, like, I look at the streams as something where I can just kind of hang out, and if people want to hang out as well, they're welcome to. Even though it isn't necessarily the best for the channel in the long run sometimes when I'm playing obscure games that nobody's heard of. Anyway. Wait, they're adding 60% more to the story of Final Fantasy Tactics? I didn't hear that much. I heard that they were like fixing some cutscenes that were a little bit breaking of the continuity in areas. If I don't know, Ark, if you've played any of the Saga Frontier games. I'm assuming you may have, or at least you might have heard of them. But when they remastered Saga Frontier 1, they added in more story stuff. However, that story stuff was always intended to have been put in the game. They just ran out of development time to do it. So if there's stuff going on with that, with the Final Fantasy Tactics, I'd be in favor of it. I'd be a little bit more reluctant about completely new material, though.
I am overburdened.
Okay. Probably just gonna go ahead and use one of these now. Wait, where'd it go? Oh. Loco, you just passed me up. Damn it. It's fine. I enjoy exploring everything fully, even though I certainly know it's not the most optimal way to play an ARPG. Chaddock, you guys would watch a playthrough of Disgaea 100%. Bro, those games are so long and very repetitive. So unless we had this amount of chatters in the stream consistently, just kind of keeping the conversation going, I think it'd end up being pretty rough. Not gonna lie.
Excellent. You have...
Oh, why am I talking to him about this?
I talked at length with...
That's the same. But definitely appreciate that support, though.
Good day.
Low-key, you pirated the crap out of Crisis Core? Hell yeah. Same here. I had Disgaea, and that, or not Disgaea, Dissidia, and that was like the only game that I had because it was bundled with my PSP. But then I went back and supported a lot of stuff later on. You were in love with Disgaea 1 on PS2, and you platted the crap out of that on the PS5 because you love that game so much? Hell yeah. Without horns, you didn't understand the council upgrading your units in Disgaea, and it felt like you got yourself soft-locked. I could see that happening. Yeah, if you don't engage with the systems properly, you can definitely run into a wall. It's kind of like Final Fantasy Tactics, but on anime crack to a degree. So you think PSP failed partially because Sony didn't know how to do marketing and development for a handheld? Then they got trounced by Nintendo, who knew what they were doing. Yeah. But I mean, that was also a really awkward period for Sony because the PS3 had the same issues where it was the least dev-friendly console around. And then once the devs wisened up that it was easier to work from the PS3 as the base and then port their stuff elsewhere, it kind of evened out. But PS3 was really rough. And then I think Xbox did a really good job of eating Sony's lunch with how they learned from the mistakes of the Xbox One and going, or the original Xbox, because I can't say Xbox One, going from the original Xbox to the 360. So even though I am a bit of a Sony fanboy, at least in terms of their consoles and the IPs that they had on them, I really enjoyed a lot of the 360 for what it was. There were some shockingly good PSP games. Yeah, it's just that the library wasn't super deep, but I think the PSP made up for some of those. Wait, why is this so expensive? Oh, just because it has that much defense? I don't remember how he started off that sentence when I distracted myself. But, I guess this hasn't bothered me. The PSP made up for a lot of its game library deficiencies by being a really good media player and whatnot. Like being able to link it and sync it into a car, I think was pretty badass. It was able to have movies. Just one of its bigger issues was the damn UHD drive and the atrocious size of the game memory cartridges. And even still, that's one of the biggest issues in jailbreaking it and putting in custom software, just kind of how draconian it is to deal with. But yeah, in my mind, the PSP is kind of like the proto Steam Deck of the day. Except people love Steam Deck, so maybe it's not the same. Oh, this is an amulet. I thought this was a charm. Did I put the other charm? Wait, what did I do with the other one? No, I'm tripping. No repair costs. Cool. RQ agree with the content woes. You run 2 D&D campaigns and try to make content for your channel, plus working full time with hobbies and side tasks. It's like no time. Yeah. It's not easy at all to find time for all your hobbies. Sucks growing up. The Japanese translation said that 60% of it changed. Ark, can you, I don't know if, I think Twitch might auto-eat the links, but could you send me a link to something like that? Because I'll check that out, if I remember. Would you consider it a spoiler if you told me about a setting in the menu? No, I think that's perfectly fine, because sometimes I like eyes on the outside. Kenchel said, PSP had a lot of games, many were just not moved to the West. That might be a little bit fair. You know you downloaded them when the translation patches came out? Yeah, that's probably fair. Metal Gear Portable was sicktastic. Sicktastic. Peace Walker was a literal platinum experience. Fight you. Star Wars Force Awakens was the best on the PSP. Battlefront 2 was incredible on the PSP. Cell said another thing is that the DS was just cheaper. That's always a big motivator for the wallets. Maverick Hunter X, yeah, that was pretty cool. Although, I kind of only like Maverick Hunter X just for being able to learn a little bit more about Vile's story. I think the gameplay was way inferior to the original Mega Man X, which I will say is a pretty cold take, I think. In single player, the rightmost menu can set the player's setting from 1 to 8. Higher players means harder enemies but more drops and experience. Oh yeah, I did see that. I just wasn't worried about it because this is my first time going through. And if I set it up higher, I don't know if I'm going to get walled by any difficulty spikes or anything like that. So I'm kind of fine going through just sticking at the 1 offline difficulty setting. So that way, just kind of a better baseline understanding of what the game is supposed to be. But if I was playing it for a second or third time, I'd probably be more open to messing around with that. Appreciate that, though. One is good for advancing, 3 and 5 is good for experience and item grinding. That makes sense. Alright, let me hydrate and then go back in the portal. Then do some exploration. The real trick is to hydrate when the NPCs are talking, but I don't think they had anything to say. Damn, which way was I going? Oh, this way. Didn't have my bone shield on. I haven't had a golem out for a while, huh? I know it might be unfair to say this because I haven't really leveled up the golem or its passive points very much, but it just seemed like the skeletons were a little bit better in terms of how quickly they moved and their overall aggression. So that's kind of why I was messing with them more. I am very curious about the flame golem when I get to it, though. And then I figure when I get to around that point, maybe a couple levels beyond that, I might try some adjusting of the build, see what we can do with a bit of freedom with our skill points. That's where I came from. Supposed to go back to the orifice. Speaking of the orifice, are you guys getting anybody in chat getting screwed by RTO type shenanigans? Even though most companies perform better working from home. But if people are working from home, how can managers justify their jobs? Can't manage you if they can't see you. It's a rule. Duriel is a thing? Wait, what is Duriel? Is that Toriel's sister from Undertale? Loki, you're saying it's rough. RTO is only a thing because of real estate. I think there's multiple facets to it. Like a lot of managers like to micromanage, and they can't really do that across the screen as well as they'd like. Some of it is definitely motivated by real estate. But to me, not to get all woke on you guys, but one of the most surprising things about allegedly living in a capitalistic society is how few decisions are made with the goals of capitalism in mind in terms of actually maximizing productivity and efficiency. Skellies are better, in your opinion, Loco? Duriel is the Lord of Anguish, a lesser evil of the burning hells. Do I need to go this way? I don't remember. Let's pull this up. There should be an icon on my map, right? I think it was further up, and then I went back down and I was exploring. So I think I found the office quickly. No, maybe I'm tripping. Ah! Alright, I'm gonna assume it's the other way. You need to get better at identifying these map markers as well. What kind of tomb is this? Or shrine? Wait. Oh, that's the health one. Okay. The Necro basically makes all the Scully Billies do what he wants, and their governance is socialist at best. Not to creed too much, but capitalism is a fine engine, but it always gets choked by greed and corruption. Yeah. Ironically enough, capitalism flourishes the most with regulation. Which some people don't like to hear, but it's been proven time and time again with the tragedy of the commons. Right. Duriel is a baby. We got this? Okay, so I'm assuming Duriel might be the boss here. Bro, it's so wild to me that Bowser's the name of the Nintendo America president. Heh. Except... Oh, like the background there didn't look like the same shape exactly, but that's right. The square peg goes in the round hole, or is it the round hole goes in the square peg? I don't remember the meme, but that's literally what this was. Chadwick, how is that? The people in the chat, you cannot see it? Yes, since I've been streaming on Twitch, we've got some guests on the other side of the internet. So one of the lamest things about Twitch is that I can't have an integrated YouTube and Twitch chat on the stream, allegedly. It is in their TOS, but they say they're not going to go after people for it. But it's stupid, because if they say they're not going to go after people for it, then why do they have it in the TOS? Anyway, I might add it a wicket to have both chats on screen so you guys aren't talking past each other, because it is kind of lame that it works that way. Oh no, he's killing my things.
Looking for bail.
He's gonna get me. I was not ready for this.
I can't use this yet.
He slowed me. Guys, I'm a little bit rough here. Can't open that. I'm actually gonna die. Rip the dream! Rip the run! He is one-shotting everything. Save me, Golem! Oh no, I'm actually out of potions too, huh? Run! Not Golem, save me! I'm out of potions. No, this is a rip. Can't get out. Actually, can I? Ha! Duh. The first secret of hardcore. Exit the game and come back. I don't know if their health respawns, but
Yes?
should have been stockpiling potions, but I guess we have like Sandaroth to take care of that. Yeah, I was not looking at chat. Chadwick, you thought you were taking crazy pills because of the chat? Alright, chat in Twitch, Chadwick says hello to you guys. I'm making low-key lose his damn mind. No, I'm not actually hardcore, I just haven't died yet. So I'm pretend hardcore, essentially. I can beat him naked with no gear easy. Well, apparently I'm bad. If I had more corpses to summon my skeleton army, I feel like I could have done that. But my merc also died, so I was goofing. Damn, he only sells lights. Better that than nothing. I can get thawing potions and stack them, just drink a bunch before running back in. That's not the issue. The issue was even without being chilled, I just didn't have enough time to summon and continually deal damage. I would probably need more than one golem, but he's just killing my monsters too quickly. Hey, Without Horns, thanks for popping in on the Twitch side of things. And thanks for the follow between you and Arc Pendragon. Appreciate that. Really bad at looking at the Twitch notifications. Yeah, I was thinking about using more potions from the inventory, but I'm just not super great with that in the midst of a fight when he was barreling down on me. So I think my better option right then was the TP, which I did. Horns is a traitor now. Console has an auto stack. You think you can just open an R3 and it auto stacks? Oh, really?
Not in town.
Maybe I should try that, I guess. Anyway, before doing that, I'm going to go outside of the town, try to get some more skeletons, and then maybe go back in, because we got him about halfway down. So if I can keep that. We got a rare mob.
I can't use this yet.
Why do we have so many rare mobs next to each other? Well, I guess that kind of worked out in terms of the things that they just gave me. So, can I do this? I meant this. It's pretty close. The original SOF, welcome into the stream. Or is it the originals of? I'm not sure. Wait, who are you you're hunting down? Is that you, Chadwick?
Who goes there?
I wouldn't tell you guys that you said hello from Twitch. Hey. Tell YouTube I say hello back. That was my fault. I was too distracted with inventory management, bro. I didn't mean it. Alright, thank you, Ark. You have a good night. Take care. Hopefully we'll get this boss down here pretty shortly. Let's buy some more potions.
Welcome to my shop.
Toledo. So we have, what, the thawing ones? Does this dude sell them? I don't think... Okay, he does. So we can allegedly stack these and then walk back into fights.
Good evening.
Not in town.
So, hopefully this will work. If this dude's back at full health, I might be McScrooged a little bit. Might need to level up or reconfigure some things, so... Okay, he is at half health. Although if I was smart, I'd have my portal up ready to go already. Alright, that's a little bit cheesy, but I mean, a win is a win.
I am overburdened.
First try, kind of. But technically, the best kind of correct. Whew. Hey, Moth Crab, how's it going? Welcome back into the stream. And Stella, nice to see you on the Twitch. You told me there was a delay. Wait, there's an audio delay? Oh, it might have been because when the stream died. Fudge. It was only for his Cold War. The physical was another story? Oh. Oh, you mean the actual stream. I thought there was a legitimate audio delay. You guys are comparing the two streams side by side? Yeah, Twitch, it seems to come across through the internet a little bit faster than YouTube. Even though I have YouTube set on allegedly ultra low latency. But if the actual game audio is delayed from what it looks like it should be on the screen, let me know. Because then I will try to keep that in mind for future streams. Oh, it's Tyrell. He's on the screen. Oh, I should have done this. Let's compare. I guess it has a cooldown. What am I doing? Alright, I'm going to say it. The older graphics are kind of cooler. Yeah, this is just kind of more bland. The little wisps. This feels kind of imposing and powerful. It's original SOF. Should I ever reference you again? It's a bad screen name. It's alright. If you have audio on in both, you'll notice the delay. It's Twitch that takes a little longer. Oh, that's surprising. YouTube's usually before Twitch in your experiences? Oh, wow. It's kind of backwards for me. Alright, let's talk to our new-to-be friend.
I thank you, mortal, for my freedom. But I did expect you earlier.
How?
I'm the Archangel Tyrael. I came here to prevent Diablo from freeing his brother Baal. But I have failed. Now, terror and destruction roam free throughout your world. Even now, they head towards the eastern capital of Kurast, to the very heart of the Zakarum Temple. There, they hope to find their eldest brother, Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who was imprisoned there ages ago. If the three prime evils unite, they will be invincible. Though it is unclear as to what their aims are, it is certain that they must be stopped at all costs. I am broken, and the energies that tie me to this world are diminishing rapidly. You must take up this quest and prevent the three brothers from reuniting. You must cross the sea and search for Diablo and Baal in Kurast. Now, hurry, mortal. Time is running out for all of us.
Alright, so Tyrael expected us earlier. I'm never going to forgive that slight. Well, I expected you to stop Baal and Mephisto, but here we are. How's it feel now, Tyrael? Judging me.
I thank you, mortal, for my freedom. But I did expect you earlier. I am the Archangel Tyrael. I came here
Kurast,
to
heart of the
Zakarum
Temple, to the east.
But I have failed. Now, terror and destruction roam free throughout your world.
Let's check out our quest log. Talk to Jaren. Sweet. Ants88K, welcome on into the stream. Amplify damage curses OP with summons and bone spells. That is true. I probably should have used Amplify curse against him in his pseudo second phase, but I forgot. Malfurion Storm Rage. It's him in the flesh. The skeletons made this hilarious. I liked how that one's just been dancing around while Tyrael was talking the entire time. Yeah. In fairness, I am 24 years late. Damn, you got me. It is true. I did take 24 years to save Tyrael.
I came too late. Now, destruction is let loose upon the world once more.
Oh no! The village! Oh, I know it's normal. Or is it? It does look a little bit more dilapidated, doesn't it? Yeah, there's not a lot of color. In fact, a lot of things may have been burned to the ground a little bit. Just a little bit here.
Good day.
Hello.
Hello.
The Archangel Tyrael was the one who gave the Soul Stones to the Horodrum 260 years ago. It is highly unusual for the forces of heaven to so directly interfere with man's destiny. But Tyrael was said to act of his own volition. We have never been able to discern why. Perhaps he goes against the consensus of heaven because he doubts our ability to defend ourselves. Or perhaps he sees more threat than his peers. Where the actions of hell often seem straightforwardly bent on destruction, the motives of heaven are unfathomable. Now make haste. Both Diablo and Baal must be stopped before they join with their brother Mephisto. If the three prime evils unite once again, the world as we know it will be no more.
What do you say at the top there? Material stuff. Okay, that was pretty straightforward. Just didn't want to make... I wanted to make sure that I didn't gloss over anything.
As we crossed the desert from
Alright, so that's it? Okay.
Good day.
This is terrible news. Baal is in possession of one of mankind's most powerful mages, and the Lord of Terror guides his path. They must be stopped, for I am sure they mean to free their elder brother Mephisto, the Lord of Hatred, who lies imprisoned under the corrupted city of Kurast. I fear you are walking into a great evil, but your faith can save you. May you walk in the light always.
It's true, we have faith in the after death, aka the Bone Zone. I guess. Don't ask. I don't know the lore.
Not in town.
Atma is a good, loving... I feel...
They don't have a ton of dialogue here just yet. It's kind of disappointing.
Good day.
What's up, Lysanderoth?
I'm sorry things didn't turn out as you had hoped. Go and remember us fondly. You know, you bothered me far less than most.
Wait, maybe the town didn't change. I don't even know. I haven't been paying enough attention, apparently.
There are some ancient enchanted fountains in the desert that can heal your wounds, if you drink enough from them.
Tilt the cube in the inventory so that way it's not vertical lines. I mean, smart. It'll stand out that way.
Good day.
What's up, Jaren? How is Radon doing?
You have done very well. Few could have come this far, let alone discover the true tomb of Tal Rasha. Unfortunately, I hear that Diablo and Baal have eluded your grasp. This is most unfortunate. If you wish to travel east, I have authorized Mashif to give you passage by sea. I imagine he should be very anxious to leave by now. Good luck on your quest, and thank you again for saving my beloved city. You will always be welcome in Lut Gholein, my friend. To any who aid me in the defense of Lut Gholein, I pledge my support. Passage east, wealth, honor, all are due to those who help my city. You have done very well. Few could have come this far.
Okay, it's been updated. I guess I should have talked to the other ones about the tombs and whatnot.
Greetings. I'm sorry things didn't turn out as you had hoped. Go and remember us fondly. You know, you bothered me far less than most.
The Archangel Tyrael was the one who gave the Soul Stones to...
So that's their quest thing.
This is terrible news.
You have proven to be the greatest of heroes, and I am honored to call you friend. Thank you for bringing peace to our lives again.
I like the trilly flutes there in the background. Kind of reminds me of, I think, a track from Landstalker. Or no, maybe I'm thinking of Shining Force 2, actually.
Hey!
Huh?
I've seen Farah defend herself against a few drunken ruffians. She's got moves I've never even seen before. Wherever she's from, she sure learned how to fight there. I've seen... The way I see it, you're an inspiration and such a hero that it makes me look twice as bad. You're okay. Hey, just save some glory for us little guys, huh?
Did I ever try a light crusader? I don't know what that means, so I'm going to assume no.
This is a serious setback. It is most unfortunate that Tal Rasha has been consumed by Baal's destructive influence. There are many secrets known to the Horadrim which could be used by Baal against us. You must travel east by sea to Kurast and stop Diablo and Baal before they free their eldest brother Mephisto. The lands of the Eastern Empire are not the same as they used to be. There's been little word for some time. Speed is of the essence. Go quickly, my friend. May the fates smile on you.
Oh, Light Crusader was another game for the Genesis? No, I don't even think I've heard of it, actually. What kind of game was it? Whoops. Dope.
Greetings. This is a serious set. Mashif and his vessel should remain here, lest we... This is a serious setback. It is most unfortunate that Tal...
I like how the gossip conflicts with him telling us to essentially take the vessel and go east.
Need some help? Jaren's got a nice little trading post going here. Despite his youth, he is a clever businessman. As you can see by that palace, he's done quite well for himself.
Light Crusader was an isometric RPG platformer puzzle mixture of a game. Oh, so kind of like Landstalker in that way.
I've heard that your foe got away from you this time. Well, look at it this way. You've got the demons on the run. If you're going to be leaving, then, well, thanks for your help.
Welcome to the Desert Rain. Yeglash is a fool who would fight his own shadow if he could. Fighting's all he ever thinks about. I heard that Diablo has managed to best you, at least for the time being. I hope you catch up with him soon, and send him back to hell for good.
Diablo didn't best me. He fled. Because he knew he'd wind up dead. Alright, I think that's it for here. So we just have Ms. Kiff to talk to.
Good day.
And yes, I may have been waiting to make that joke.
Jaren tells me I should take you east to Kurast. I haven't been there for several years, but rumor has it things are pretty grim.
I still have power? I think so. That was weird. Still says I'm online, so it looks like we're good. It's the good thing of having like one of those power brick things. Alright, What did you just say? Damn it, I got distracted.
Grace seems to be a dependable fellow.
Curses.
Well, you've got what?
Alright, guess we're sailing east. Alright, guys, we're gonna head into Act 3. Here we go. Cutscene. Oh, damn it! Did I skipped it by accidentally putting my controller on my lap and the super sensitive trigger buttons. Wait, we could go to the main menu. Let's find and make sure the waypoint is on first. And then we'll check out the cutscene from the menu because I remember seeing that. I figured it was auto done, but didn't want to screw up. Cinematics. Mephisto's Jungle. Okay, got it. If I don't want to die in this game, if anyone's playing hardcore mode, focus on fire and lightning res, then life, then learning monster AI, then damage with a dedicated build. I'll keep that in mind. Now, I mean, I'm not really going hardcore, but since I haven't truly died yet, I figure, you know, try to keep the streak going, even on a first playthrough. See how far we can get. It's not an ad this time. Act 3.
My companion drew in the dank, cold air of the tomb. It seemed to strengthen him. I stood in the doorway between light and dark. What was left of my sanity implored me not to enter. But that voice was just a whisper now. As we worked our way down, deeper and deeper into the crypt, I began to see a change in my companion. He seemed to be gaining strength. I could hardly see in the gloom, but my companion seemed to know the way. We came at last to a great hall. It was then I realized my companion hadn't been gaining strength. He had been losing what was left of his humanity. He moved with demonic speed, and then you appeared.
Stop! The beast contained herein shall not be set free, not even by you. Begin to imagine what you've set in motion this day. Go to the Temple of Light in the eastern city of Kurast. There you will find the gate to hell opened before you. You must find the courage to step through that gate, Paras. Take the stone you hold to the Hellforge, where it will be destroyed. Now run. Take the stone and run!
Alright, that was cool. Is Marius the same dude that I may have seen in one of the D4 trailers cinematics a long time ago? I mean, the guy kind of looks familiar. I might be misremembering Marius with announcement trailers for D2 Resurrected. I don't know. But he looks familiar, and I'm not sure why. I don't know enough about D1's story to understand what exactly is going on with Marius. It seems as though he's traveling with the previous player character, which Chadwick was kind of asking about. So it seems as though these cutscenes are not related to our current character, but the protagonist of the first game. And Loco, sorry to hear that your hardcore run has now come to an end. I'm trying to type a comment in the chat. Happens to the best of us. Oh no, that was without horns who asked. My fault. Alright, so actually I think this is a probably really good stopping point since we just got into Act 3. So tomorrow on stream I will begin with talking to all of the various NPCs and exploring Act 3. So that'll be at the normal time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. A bit of a reminder, if you guys are catching the stream live, I did release a new video talking about some of the translations between Night Rain's lore with the Cutting Gifted Tribe and some Japanese Shinto concepts relating to Musubi, which is pretty fun. And oh yeah, I need to like make a sticky comment on that before I forget. So yeah, that video is now live. And anyway, once again, a reminder, we're going live at the standard time of 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So hopefully I'll catch you all on the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe. Last Protagonist out.